Corruption within law enforcement is a serious breach of trust, but some officers think they can act with impunity but are soon proven wrong. Just like in this first case, an officer is filmed by a steadfast auditor engaging in corrupt behavior while on duty. On the 20th of August, 2022, Officer Bergeson in Connecticut confronted an auditor named Daniel Kokoska, which led to a disrespectful frenzy in front of the department.
What are you guys doing?
Filming.
For what?
Because I can. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You like it? What? I never seen one girl fucking. Exactly. I like this.
Me like to see what's out there.
Any reason you're filming?
Fucking answer any questions.
Don't want to answer any questions? What about you? You want to answer any questions? Or?
They heard this. They stated that those two were.
You can get off that car.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for doing the right thing.
All right, you guys are done now.
So,
Yeah.
for what?
I'm asking you to leave the
Mine have not done the thing.
I'm asking you to leave private property now. Get out of the lot.
Not private property.
You have police business here?
Yeah. Go in the lobby now.
I'm asking you. Okay. You can go to the lobby, but you're not going to the lobby. You can leave.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm not asking.
Okay, well, I'm telling you.
Are you here for police business?
Does it matter?
Yes. You're now in a private lot and you're being asked to
Where's
leave
the
a
sign?
property.
Where's the sign?
I'm telling you now.
It doesn't
Go.
matter.
Leave
No.
this. Let's
No.
go.
It's
Off
not
the
how
property,
this works.
please.
It's not how this works.
Let's go.
It's not.
I'm not asking you.
Okay.
Get off the property.
I'm not.
The cops aren't amused in the slightest by Daniel. It doesn't take the cops long to threaten him with arrest.
You're not going to be
gonna
out here
come out here
with
and make up.
private
Where's
with
the-
officers.
where are your
personal-
signs?
Okay, I'm telling you.
Where
now.
are your signs?
There are no signs, but
Exactly,
you're
so
being
I'm
given
allowed
a
to be-
lawful
No,
order
you're
to
not. What law?
disperse.
What law?
Disorderly conduct.
No,
You're being
that's
given.
not
Yes.
how this works.
Let's go.
If you want here, disorderly conduct.
Let's go.
Come on, disorderly conduct.
Let's go.
You want to call it? Let's do it.
Let's go.
You want to call it? Let's do it. Because I'm doing nothing wrong. No,
why,
no, no.
Why you got to come out here and bust balls?
Bust
Like,
balls?
yeah.
You came out here. I was doing nothing wrong.
Okay, you're out here filming people's
I'm
personal
allowed
cars.
to.
Okay. Again,
What?
do you
so,
have anything
so I'm
better
allowed
to do than come
Then
here and do
thank
this?
you. I'm not going to answer
All
any more questions. I'm
let's
going to
go.
continue doing what I was doing. Touching me?
Let's go.
You're touching
Get
me?
off the property.
You're
Let's go.
touching me?
Off the property.
Stop
Let's
touching
go.
me, please.
Off the
Stop
property.
touching me, please.
Let's
It doesn't.
go.
I have
You're being asked to
It doesn't
leave.
matter. You
You're
can't just
being
ask
asked to leave. Yes, you can.
Listen, time out.
Yes,
No, you can't.
You want to come in for police business? come in
Listen,
for
no.
police
It
business.
doesn't. I don't even need police business.
Okay.
Even if I wasn't here for police business, it doesn't matter. You need to go do your homework.
Okay, I'm doing my homework.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you need to go
You
read
need
the
to
laws.
leave the property,
No.
sir.
I need to commit a crime for you to have me leave public property. This is
You're
not
now
private.
being given a lawful order
No,
to leave
law
the
for-
property
I
by
need-
a
what's
police
the law?
officer. Okay, trespass.
That's not. No. You can't trespass me from public property when I haven't broken a law.
Okay,
Come on.
Are you here for police business?
I just told you I was.
Okay, then what is the police business you're
I don't
here
need
for?
to tell you.
Yes, you do.
No, I
You're not
don't.
here for police business.
I don't
That's
need
what
to
it
tell.
is.
All right, I'm not going to answer any more questions, and I'm standing right here until I'm ready to go inside.
And we're gonna stand right here with you.
Go ahead.
Okay, I got all night, dude. I got till 7 o'clock in the morning.
Can you start touching me?
Can you? No.
I'm allowed to move.
Okay, and so am I.
Okay, just keep touching me.
Let's go.
Jay, take your camera out.
Let's go.
As if berating and threatening him with fabricated charges wasn't enough, this corrupt cop couldn't resist acting out even as he's walking off the property.
You don't need to be on
If you had a reason or you could really arrest me, you already would have done it.
This is Saturday, and I don't feel like leaving downstairs all weekend. I really don't.
I don't believe that.
This is you
This
got
is
no
what?
need to be down here, dude.
I can be. Yes, I do.
What
I'm
is
not
your
going to tell
police
you,
business
but I
to
can be here.
What is your police business?
I'm doing what I need to do.
Okay.
So
If you go near a personal car,
I'll go near whatever.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you.
No, if you go
I'm going
near-
to tell
you
you.
can
I'm
stay
done.
there any- you can
No,
do any
because
police
now
car
I
you
can
want.
stay here and now I can do that.
because I got better shit to do than
No,
because
because now you're wrong. I can record those cars. I can record any car in this parking lot
If
I
I
want.
catch you touching a vehicle or trying to open a door, I'm gonna arrest you.
Now it goes to that. Did you see me do that before you touched
No,
me
but
and did
if
all
I-
that
if
shit?
I catch you doing
Did you see me?
I got
do
better
it?
shit to do, dude.
That's
Sit
what
out
you
here
keep
and deal with
saying,
this
but you're
stuff.
out here.
Okay.
You
Not
would
gonna
never
get-
came out here if you had something better
But I
to
say,
do.
if you need something, come up into the lobby and deal with it.
I'll be up
Other
there
than
when
that,
I'm ready.
We're all
Thank
set.
you.
The cop obviously seems to have had his ego hurt, despite this auditor being completely respectful. He even takes a jab as Daniel walks off.
Go find something better to do with your life.
Me?
I'm sorry.
You're the one that came running outside like you're fucking some tough guy, you clown.
What a waste of time. Go back.
No, I'm a waste of time. That's why you're out here wasting time. Bunch of geniuses. You know, now leave them. After you already touched me, you loser. How many times did you touch me, you clown? How many? That's why you're gonna do shit, because you can't. You're going to personal cars right now. What are you gonna do? And I didn't even look at him before, now I will.
Daniel and the officer have another nasty spat with each other, however. Daniel had the upper hand in that argument. But after trying to ignore the whole situation, Daniel decided he should get inside and talk to somebody with a higher rank.
Out of curiosity, why? I mean, Saturday night, you guys can't go somewhere, hang out, like, we decided tonight was the night to film the police department parking lot.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
Oh, can I help you?
Yeah, you're the supervisor?
One of them, yeah.
So I was outside, walking through your parking lot, taping. Your officers, 3 of them came out. Supervisor started pushing me around, giving unlawful orders.
Giving out what kind of orders?
Unlawful. Kept trying to tell me I'm trespassing and I'm disorderly when I wasn't doing anything.
Well, it's a lawful order.
Yeah, if you're doing it.
So
If you're committing that crime, it's a lawful order, but when you're not.
Oh, if you read the statute for trespass first, after giving a lawful order,
Yeah, you have to be committing a crime.
regardless if it's posted or not.
No, but you have to be committing a crime to be trespassing on public property.
All right, well, I'm not going to argue with you on that.
No, you're just like the rest of them. I need 3 complaint forms, and how do I request that body cam footage?
Have to go do an FOI.
Through here, though, or where?
Yeah.
Town hall?
He decides that these corrupt officers had gone too far encroaching on his First Amendment rights. Adamantly requesting 4 complaint forms, Daniel makes good use of these. An internal investigation led to an 8-day suspension and mandated retraining for Lieutenant Joshua Bergeson, who can be seen in body camera footage blocking and pushing Kokoska in an attempt to force him to leave. Daniel's experience was troubling to watch, but the tyrants landed themselves in hot water by going against the law, just like this officer did when he initiated an illegal traffic stop.
Yeah, I just give it to you. Okay. So I'm gonna reach for my ID, all right?
You go right ahead.
Just for my friend.
Yep.
I'll give up my rights for my friend.
On September 3rd, 2014, 2 tyrants with badges decided to follow a regular civilian going about his daily commute. The passenger filmed what followed and put it on his YouTube channel, Ambies99.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Whatever the traffic stop was, it doesn't really matter. I'm not here for that, obviously. Just
in case I started recording, you know, because
that's fine. You
if anything, if I need it for court or anything.
You can record all you want, no problem. You're obligated when you're in a motor vehicle to present your ID.
When you're driving?
When you're in the motor vehicle, yes, like right now.
Can I see what law is that?
I don't have the law book on me. I know the law. That's.
Oh, so if you know it, how come?
If you weren't in the car and you parked in a parking lot, no. But as far as the motor vehicle being operated, yes.
Right. So get the law for me. Give me what law it is, and then.
The law for you.
Just, you're a police officer. You're supposed to know all the laws, and
Let me talk to you. Step out of the car for me.
I'm not stepping out of the car.
What's that?
I'm not stepping out of the car for my safety.
For your safety?
For my safety.
What do you think? We're gonna beat you up?
No, but once you tell somebody to step out of the car, it's either they're being arrested, you're gonna take them in for questioning or something like that. Okay. If I'm not gonna be...
Listen.
Although the driver of the car had already shown them his ID and even complied to the extent of exiting the vehicle, these cops still couldn't leave the innocent passenger alone. Not to mention, they also couldn't provide any statute law codes with their incompetent and unprofessional attitude.
This is recording. In case something happens.
Mr. Lawyer, okay?
No, I told him I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But I value my rights. I have rights. I know the Constitution. You know, I know what rights I have.
We do with every single car. You give up your rights when you're in the car.
When you're driving.
When you're driving.
When you're driving.
You have to present your ID.
Yeah, when you're driving.
If you don't have your ID, that's fine. But you gotta give them a name.
I'm not giving out my name just because. Because you're gonna start. I need your name. I need your date of birth. You're gonna look me up. You're gonna have my address. You're gonna have all the information. Yeah. But what crimes did I commit?
I know you're thinking you're Joe Attorney.
No, I don't think that. I don't think that.
You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not.
All right. So when you say I'm being arrested, then we'll take it from there.
Why would I say that? Why would I say you're being arrested? If
I don't
you're
know.
Sitting in the passenger
Yeah,
seat
because you're asking me for my name, my date of birth.
That's just so we for our safety. That's why we do that.
Yeah, but why did he get pulled over? Right?
Had him for speeding.
Okay, so that's his problem.
Yeah, but
I'm just getting the ride home.
listen, but you're in the car, okay?
Yeah, but I didn't commit a crime. I didn't speak.
We're not saying that you did.
Unfortunately for these tyrants, there is no law in the US anywhere that requires a passenger to produce their ID. On the rare occasion where a clear and explicit reason is needed, it is okay. But just saying that it's for our safety is simply not good enough.
I didn't speak.
We're not saying that you did. We identify everyone in the car.
You're not
Every
listening
single car
to me.
stop.
I am listening.
Okay? When you get out of the car, okay, we don't just arrest people to get out of the car. We just don't tell you to get out for the heck of it, okay? For our safety, we ask for ID. Now you're obligated by the state to do that, okay?
Do you see anybody shooting? Do you see anybody with a bazooka?
No, I'm not here to be a debate. That's for court, okay?
All right, so whatever you gotta do, but I'm not giving up my rights. I'm not giving up my rights, and I know that's not a law. Once you tell me the law, what number it is, everything, we're gonna look it up,
It is
you know,
a law,
stuff like
but I'll
that.
be right back. I'll
All
be
right.
right back. Where you guys from?
Providence.
Providence?
These tyrant pigs realize that this passenger isn't going to go down so easily. Therefore, they retreat back to their cruiser to try and find this non-existent law.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Down at Courtroom? Hey, can you hop off just for a minute? I just want to talk to you real quick.
Nah, I want to stay with the camera recording because I don't know, you know, I don't want to be.
Feel free to bring
Yeah.
your camera with you.
I don't want to carry that and have it in your face, you know.
Okay.
But
Then you know what?
I don't want to be
Okay.
disrespectful. I don't want to take you guys away from doing your job and stuff. But they say that when you have rights, either you use them or you lose them, you know.
You're not disrespectful,
Mm.
okay? But you are breaking the law.
I am.
Okay. The United States Supreme Court says that we have every right to take you out of this car while we conduct the traffic stop.
Even when I'm not being arrested, I wasn't driving. I don't have any probable cause, you know. Just with my friend, because he already got a ticket. He's late for, he's giving me a ride, as a courtesy, for me, because my car broke down. I'll give you my ID, all right? Because I've been here for 31 years in this country, never been arrested, don't have any kind of,
It's honestly absurd that even after these tyrants called in their buddies for backup, all they're able to do is just try and threaten this poor passenger out of his rights.
So I'm going to reach for my ID, all right?
You go right ahead.
Just for my friend.
Yep.
I'll give up my rights for my friend.
Well, it has nothing to do with rights, my friend.
All right, here you go. You're not going to find anything. I just want to, when you have the rights, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's where it's going in this country already.
You do have rights,
Mhm.
and I understand that. I'm well versed in the Constitution.
Yeah, I follow.
You do have rights.
Yeah, I follow. I try to follow all the laws.
But
I try to learn everything, so I
But you
could.
do have to identify yourself.
They say if you're being arrested, there's probable cause, or you're being a danger, Yeah,
I don't know who you are as the passenger if you don't tell us. So.
Yeah, but I wasn't driving. I didn't commit any crime. There's no probable cause that I'm going to commit a crime. You didn't catch me in the act of committing a crime.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess these cops go by the logic that everyone is guilty until proven innocent, which makes absolutely no sense. How is a passenger in a speeding-related traffic incident involved in that crime? These stupid cops need to be suspended without pay and sent back to the academy for a proper whooping.
However, just so you know in the future, you do have to provide.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to call the chief of police and ask him, just to make sure, because if it is, and I'm wrong, the next time, I know better,
Well, the Attorney General's office, they can really tell you. Just tell them the situation. I was a passenger in a car. I was asked to provide my ID, and they'll let you know that is the case.
Okay, I want to find that out because I try to keep up with all the laws, and that's a new law, and I don't know about it. I want to find out.
Power.
Yeah, I just wrote that today on Facebook. I said knowledge is power. Same thing like that.
Yep, absolutely.
I said read and learn. I try to always keep up with all the laws, the new laws, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, everything.
Why not?
Just so, Yep. I've been here for 31 years, never been arrested, never been in trouble with the police, never been in any kind of trouble, ever, because I have 2 cars, but they both broke down, so, so then he's giving me a ride for work.
As if this innocent passenger wasn't having a hard enough time, having both his cars broken down, these cops just had to come and use their powers to violate his rights with such neglect. These childish antics are often observed with tyrants who like to abuse their power.
The reason why we do that is obviously to check anybody, see if they have warrants or whatever. We don't know who the passenger is as far as
Yeah, but you see what the problem with that is? You cannot just go around stopping everybody and asking for IDs like Nazi Germany. You know what I mean?
Vehicles legally stopped though for traffic violations. So.
Okay.
The passenger came back with an extremely valid point, which exposed these tyrants and the ridiculous laws and reasons they were coming up with to justify their negligent actions.
Yeah, but that's where it's going.
Yep.
In New York,
Listen, we're not in New
it's
York.
already like that.
We're not in New York, we're in Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And the courts say, if you are stopped by the police for a legal reason, which this was a legal reason, you committed a traffic violation of some sort, we have the right to identify any passengers in the motor vehicle.
Yeah, but you know that in New York, they didn't have that law before.
We're not in New York.
I mean, but they didn't have it there. Just like they don't have it here, it might go there. If you don't use our rights, if you don't flex your rights, that's where it's going to go, right there. Nazi Germany.
That's when you notify your state rep and you...
Now, pretty soon I'll be going down the street, walking around. Papers, please, papers.
Well, that's...
You know, that's where it's going. I mean, I'm sad to say about this is where it's going in this country. Man, when I was here, back when I first came in here, like back in the 80s, the 90s, it was lovely to, here, but the way it's going now, that was after 9/11 or what happened, but I just can't do anything anymore without having your papers, it's sad, it's sad.
The cops, still scrambling to argue a better point against the passenger, come up with some ridiculous Supreme Court story to just try and reaffirm their point.
It seems like that. When you want to give out your name and ID, it seems like, there's all these red flags. What is he hiding?
You're one person. This case that this sergeant's talking about came from a state trooper asking for identification from a bus full of people. And the Supreme Court found that it was warranted. They can ask for identification.
So even all those innocent people that were just there along for the ride, they have to go through all this hassle, give out the names, the date of birth, the social security, just because somebody else did something? We all have to pay for it? If you're looking for a person driving the same type of car that was being looked for like a crime he committed, it was driving a car that's similar to this one, a red Civic, we're looking for that type of car, that's a wanted, and then you stop into that car, then they go, all right, we stop somebody driving that same, we're looking for somebody that's driving the same type of car, he's being looked for, he committed a crime, all right, I will understand that. But asking me all this because he was speeding, I mean, it doesn't go together, it makes no sense.
The courts have said that we can...
All right, now I'm just gonna, look that up, I'm not saying that you're lying, but I want to make sure for myself. Okay.
He schools these cops some more on how their logic is entirely flawed and goes against everything that the First Amendment stands to uphold. Even goes against what it means to be a free U.S. citizen. The passenger's identification ultimately came back clear and void of any warrants, forcing these tyrants to let this gentleman go, but it sheds a negative light on the police force. It's always a delight to see these corrupt law enforcers get schooled, but it's hilarious when they get put in place by someone way younger than them.
What are you guys doing?
Get your hand away from my weapon.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you.
On September 13th, 2019, Jules Scott uploaded a video to his YouTube channel. This exposed the abuse of power that a couple of Amesbury, Massachusetts police deputies tried to enforce.
What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
What's your name? What's your badge number?
39.
What's your name?
Sean O'Brien.
What's your badge number?
41. So what's going on? When you're just walking around, you're looking in the buildings, looking in the ambulance and stuff.
Is that illegal?
Oh, we're just wondering what you're doing, looking in the abandoned buildings and stuff.
Am I suspected of a crime?
We're just wondering what you're doing.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Right now, no.
Am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. What's your name?
Do you suspect me of committing a crime? I don't answer questions. I'm invoking my right to remain silent. Is that a problem?
No, we're just wondering what you're doing. It's
And
kind of suspicious.
yeah, I heard
it's 2 in the morning. You're looking into.
Is suspicion a crime?
Yeah, that's why we're looking into it.
Suspicion is a crime.
We're looking into it.
It's quite ridiculous how Officer Moody can simply disallow somebody from moving around without literally any reason. These cops just ruined their reputation in under 1 minute.
Is being suspicious a crime?
Being suspicious is not a crime.
Okay, so am I free to go?
No.
Well,
He's trying to figure out your information. What happens if tomorrow
if
we
you-
go over there and there's something wrong with that building?
What happens if this?
We can do this what if game all you want. I mean, you're just.
That's what you're saying.
No, you just keep going down this road. This what if game.
What road?
All you got to do is give your ID so we can figure
Is that required of me by law? Have I committed a crime? Wow, why are there so many officers here? Am I free to go?
No, you're being detained.
For what purpose?
Suspicious activity.
Suspicious? Is that a crime? Was that a misdemeanor or a felony?
It's enough to stop you
It's enough.
and check you out.
Supreme Court has already decided.
Chapter 41, Section 98 says we can do it.
Suspicious is not a crime.
You're down here looking at businesses after they close.
Is that a crime?
Yeah, it's called burglary.
It's
right.
So I got one officer saying that I'm not suspected of a crime, and he said I was looking in buildings. Now you're saying I'm looking in buildings, and that is a crime.
Yeah,
what's that? What crime
You
is
try
it?
to prevent crimes.
What statute is that?
What's burglary? 266. Yeah, Google it on your phone. You got a phone on.
What evidence do you have that burglar anything?
We're trying to prevent you from doing that.
So why do you suspect me of a burglary?
It's disgraceful that these pigs just gang up on a poor, unsuspecting person having a stroll in the city. They keep trying to scare him and blabber out law codes they have no idea about. Just a weak and lame attempt by the cops to assert their power, detaining an innocent man on a what if.
I don't consent to any searches. Excuse me. I don't consent. Excuse me. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What's that right
What are
there?
you doing? Why are you touching me?
Look, I'm patting you down for weapons.
I got this guy. Got me in the arm hold. I got this guy in the arm hold. Why are you holding? This is illegal detention. Stop. What are you doing?
Stop fidgeting.
What are you doing? I'm not fidgeting.
Yeah, you are. Knock it off.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm patting you down for my safety.
I'm not doing anything. I don't consent to any search or seizure. I have not consented. They're violating my rights right now. What's your name, officer?
Rennan.
What's your badge number? What's your badge number?
Now out of nowhere, Officer Hobson decides to violate his Fourth Amendment rights also after illegally detaining him to begin with. Obviously, in the mood to pick on an innocent person, they tried to purposefully escalate things.
26.
What are you guys doing?
Get your hand away from my weapon.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you. Get it away.
No, I'm not
right?
doing.
Put
I'm
your
not.
hand near my weapon like that again.
Are you? What are you doing? You're trying to find a reason to
I'm patting you down for weapons.
No, you want
to. Big items bulging in your pockets could be a weapon. Okay.
Why would you suspect me of a weapon? Do you suspect? How? What are you doing? You're legally searching me right now.
Okay. Well. Okay, Einstein. When you're done, okay, go ahead and search the law on your little phone and look up Chapter 41, Section 98. Okay.
What's that?
Well, figure it out for yourself.
What are you guys doing? You guys are illegally searching me right now.
What's your name? Well, what are you doing out here late at night like this?
Oh, late at night?
No, but when you're out looking in windows and checking out businesses, we have a duty to check you out as police officers. That's what we do.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
You don't have to. Well, you don't have to be committing a crime for us to suspect you of something. It's called suspicious behavior.
And suspicion is not a crime.
What time is it? 2 in the morning?
Isn't
you're out looking
is
in
suspicion a crime? So what time of day? The time of night? How does that? Free and on my way. Okay, I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't committed a crime. You guys don't suspect me of committing a crime. So what's going on? You guys are just harassing me for no reason.
No, this is what cops do.
Okay? It's harass? Yeah, that's why.
No, we check people out late at night.
Yeah, that's why.
Like I said, look up 4198.
Let's
That's what we do.
Gives
us the power to stop people at night and question them about their business abroad during the nighttime and identify them.
You know the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution? You're taking an oath to office. You're taking an oath to the Constitution,
right. You
correct?
can play a little YouTube game all you want.
YouTube game? I'm not playing any YouTube game whatsoever.
Okay?
I'm not.
We've seen it before.
I'm not stopping you, asking you correct
questions.
questions.
Well, this is what we do for a living.
It's harass.
No, you call it whatever you want.
Citizens.
Okay, it's called preventing crime. Okay, that's what we do.
So you suspect me of being a criminal and committing crime?
We don't know. That's what we're here to find out.
Okay,
it's very odd.
The absurdity of this whole situation is hard to watch. First, they illegally detain him, then try to illegally search him, and then to top it all off, they have the audacity to call it their job.
In the morning, you're walking around looking.
What does the time of day have to do with whether somebody's committing a crime or not?
Closed, and you're looking in their windows.
I'm not committing. Is that a crime? No, it's not a crime.
It's suspicious activity.
Go on, do what you're doing, okay?
Suspicious activity is not a crime. Can I have your name?
I already gave it to you. I already gave it to you. Look in your little recording and do your thing.
Yeah, that's how you treat people?
Yeah.
That's how you guys treat people?
Okay, so go ahead and get out of here, and we'll be watching you,
So am I free to leave?
Yes, you are.
So I'm free to stay too, right?
Right.
Okay, then. Thank you. Have a nice night.
At some point, I guess even these cops realized that this man wasn't going to give up and let his rights be so brazenly steamrolled over. No lie, these cops tried their best to gang up, intimidate, and bully him, but he stood his ground and got his way. Next, we have a case where a cop's involvement in a cover-up is exposed, and he finds himself facing severe consequences when the truth comes to light.
Ma'am, I would ask that you use a little bit of de-escalation, because you came in kind of hot. You came in kind of hot.
On Monday, August 9th, 2021, an independent journalist, Sean, peacefully exercised his First Amendment right to film in public in Larchmont, New York. He was confronted by the Larchmont Police Department. They ignorantly told Sean it was against code to film in public, and the repercussions were an arrest via a DAT desk appearance ticket.
How you doing today? Can I help you? No, I don't need any help. Who are you?
I work here.
You work here?
Credit card hanging out of your pocket.
Oh, okay, thanks. You work here?
Yeah.
Oh, what's your name?
Why? Who are you?
Oh, no, you came up to me. I'm just asking.
Wondering, you're in a private lot. I'm just wondering what's going on.
There's no signs making this private.
Okay.
This is public property here, right? You're not going to tell me who you are? I would just like to know who I spoke to, since you work for the police department here.
I am. I'm a detective. I work here.
You're a detective? Can I get your name?
What?
I just looking for your name. That's all. I mean.
Just wondering what's going on. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering what your name is. That's all, really. Just because you talked to me, and I like to know who I spoke with, especially because you're a police officer making contact with me.
Yeah.
So, again, I would like to know who I spoke to, since you are a police officer who made contact with me, a detective. So if I can get your name and shield number, I would appreciate it.
Okay. Can I get your name?
Well, no, I'm a member of the public, and I don't want to have to identify myself to you. But as a public employee, you should identify yourself to the public. That's all. Just because I didn't come up to you asking you what your name was randomly. You made contact, and I just want to know. I don't see what's the big deal. It's public information, right?
Okay. I'm just wondering why you're filming.
But you keep wondering that, and I've answered that question, but I keep wondering what's your name so I can know who I spoke to, and you're not giving me your name. I don't understand why. Why wouldn't you?
A lot taking pictures.
Unless you identify yourself to me, you could be lying. I don't know you're a police officer. Just because you have a gun on your hip, that doesn't mean you're a police officer. Anybody could put a gun on.
You're lying about who you are. You're telling me you're an independent journalist.
I'm not the one carrying a gun. There's a difference. If I was carrying a gun, I'm sure you'd want to know who I was, right?
Okay.
Is that not fair? You would.
Give me a second.
All right, well, I'm going to keep on about my business, all right?
A detective approached Sean after observing him for a while to understand what he was doing. The detective hesitated to reveal his name despite being asked multiple times.
So we got the license plate over here. Hey, how are you?
What are you doing? Can I help you?
No, I don't need any help. Can I get your name and badge number, though?
No, you cannot. Can I help you?
I can't get your name and badge number, ma'am?
What are you doing in the back parking lot?
I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story, ma'am.
Okay, about what?
I don't want to release that information until it's published.
Okay, well, there's no reason for you to be in the back lot. It's police department and employees only.
Ma'am, can I, that's not true. There is.
This is police parking.
Can I show you the signs?
And village parking only.
Yeah.
Yes, it's village employee parking only.
Yeah. I'm not parking, ma'am. I'm walking. Ma'am, I would ask that you use a little bit of de-escalation.
Okay, well,
because you came in kind of hot. You came in kind of hot.
I'm going to ask you to
This is public property.
No, it is not public property. This is private property. There are police vehicles back here.
That doesn't make that. What law is that? What law means?
It's a village code. It is private.
I have freedom of the press.
It is not freedom of press. This is private property. It's fenced off.
This is not fenced off.
It says authorized personnel only.
No, that's you just.
If you are filming on village property,
you literally just lied.
Excuse me, I'm not lying.
That's not what that sign says.
It's fenced off, correct? Do you see the fence back
there? There is no fence here. The First Amendment gives me the right to film in public.
Not on village property. It is a village code.
Village
of Larchmont code.
If you're going to be enforcing code on me, I would like to know the code, please.
Go upstairs and speak to the clerk.
But you're telling me that
I'm telling you that you have to have a permit to videotape in the village
according to a law.
Village of Larchmont code. It's
code.
not a law, it is a code.
Okay, and you cannot articulate what code that is.
You have to go upstairs and get it.
Okay, so are you giving me a lawful order to leave?
Yes, I'm telling you, you cannot videotape on village property without without a permit. Even if you were making a commercial or you're filming a movie, any videotaping in the village of Larchmont, you must apply for a permit.
On public property?
On public property.
Okay.
This is public property. It belongs to the village of Larchmont.
Yeah.
There are police vehicles and other things that are not accessible to the public here on this property. In order to videotape anything on Larchmont Village property, anywhere in the village of Larchmont, you must apply for a permit.
Where are you getting that? Where are you getting that information from, Sergeant?
Our code, our village code.
The one you don't know.
Give me a second and I will get it for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Filming, village code 57-1. Subdivision 2, no filming shall be conducted on public property without prior approval of the Village of Larchmont Board of Trustees. So you cannot film on our property without prior approval.
That's interesting because it's public property, but that's interesting. I mean, I'm not doubting your code that you're reading.
Public property within the Village of Larchmont, you must obtain prior approval by the Village of Larchmont Board of Trustees.
That code is completely unconstitutional.
It's not unconstitutional. It is a village code. Village boards are allowed to constitute their own codes.
Ma'am, freedom of press means that there's no restrictions on it.
To the court clerk's office.
I will be going up there. I will be going up there.
Now.
I will be going up there. I will. This is definitely not your property. This is a public easement.
You can go upstairs and apply for a permit to videotape.
This officer came in hot, using a village code to infringe on Sean's First Amendment rights, a code that holds no legal standing. It's baffling that the officer truly believed this village code could supersede the Constitution. She is in dire need of serious re-education.
I will. No, they can have their own code, but they can't have a code that violates the Constitution that you took an oath to, ma'am.
Take it up with the village clerk. I follow the rules of New York State and the village that I work in.
You should.
That is a code.
But the number one rule you should follow is the Constitution. You didn't take an oath to the codes. You did. I understand, but you didn't take an oath to the.
Stop videotaping in the back parking lot. You have to go upstairs.
I'm not even in your parking lot. No, I'm currently not. This is a public easement where I'm at right now.
This is property of the village of Larchmont. You must go upstairs to continue filming to the clerk's office and obtain permission by the Board of Trustees in order to continue videotaping on public property belonging to the village of Larchmont.
I can't even believe those words are coming out of your mouth. Well, you too. I'll definitely be fighting that code because it's unconstitutional. Ma'am, respectfully. Ma'am, ma'am, I'm definitely on a public sidewalk right now. So if are you telling me you're going to arrest me if I
never said arrest. I asked you to go up to see the court clerk. Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
I asked you to go see the court, not the court clerk, the village clerk.
Yeah.
To get permission to videotape. I'm asking you nicely to stop videotaping.
You haven't been nice since you got in here. I understand that, ma'am. So I would invite you to write me up on the code, ma'am. I would invite you to do that because it's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional, ma'am. It's unconstitutional, and I would invite you to write me up on it. I am not even on village property anymore.
Well, the sidewalk technically belongs to the village.
It belongs to the people, ma'am.
It doesn't belong to the people. It belongs to
Ma'am,
the village of
I'm gonna try and be reasonable here. It's not against you. It's against that code, and I'm gonna continue to film what I could see from public.
Videotaping into the police lot.
Ma'am, I'm not gonna stop doing that because this is unconstitutional.
I'm going to ask you to go see the village clerk to obtain a permit to continue videotaping.
Ma'am, I'm gonna stick up for what I believe in here. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in freedom of press.
The officer is visibly agitated when Sean refuses. Watch as she first claims it's private property, then backtracks and calls it public. It's a clear example of police overreach, where they think they're above the law and can do as they please.
This tyrant drive away from here without any sort of legal repercussion to me because she's a tyrant. She's trying to violate my rights, threatening me with village codes for simply being on public property. So I'm inviting her to do it. I'm inviting her to violate my rights because there will be legal action taken if she does. These officers right here honor their oath. Very good officers. I'll be putting in commendations to both of them. Very good.
That female officer is not fit to be in law enforcement. What a clown. Such behavior makes it difficult to trust anything a cop says, whether in or out of court.
Village Treasurer, Taxes, Water Department.
You got business in here? You got business in here? You need something? You need, I'm asking, you got something in here? You need something?
Who are you?
I'm a maintenance guy. I'm asking you have business in here?
What does the maintenance guy have to do with me, my business?
Because if you're not in, you don't have no business. You don't belong in the building.
I got.
You don't have any business.
I don't want to. Can you calm down? Can you calm down and step away?
Even the maintenance guy thinks he has power. He's what they call a lawful representative or something. He has the power, believe it or not, to trespass people from the property, just because he happens to work there.
I just had a code about. I had a question about a code that was recited by a sergeant of Larchmont Police Department, saying that I needed permission to film.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to somebody about that.
Okay.
Because I think it's in direct violation of the U.S. Constitution with freedom of press. I'm an investigative journalist.
Why don't you review the code online? You can make your interpretation. You can schedule a time to come in, and we can talk about whatever you feel you need to talk about.
Yeah. Can I schedule a time now to come back?
Sure. Let me just see if Brian has a calendar open. We'll probably sometime next week because we're in the midst of construction.
Okay, great. I'd love to set a time to talk.
Brian, how's the calendar look for? Okay.
I don't need to provide credentials of anything. We all have freedom of press, and I'm just gathering content to disseminate to the public. Just like I've told the sergeant already, if it's against the code, I would like to be charged with that code, so that way I can take this up in the proper channels, which would be Courtroom.
We want to facilitate, not hinder anyone.
Yeah,
so
great. Well, that code hinders people.
You've never read it yet, right? So
she read it to me.
Okay.
She read it to me.
So again, if you're allowed to videotape your world, like you could wear a GoPro and walk around and do what you want to do. But if you're gonna use this building or use this in any production or anything further than just your own log of life, then you do need a permit for that. And
but no one is saying that I'm making a movie or anything or a commercial of anything. I'm an investigative journalist, gathering content to disseminate to public.
He's also in the back lot videotaping all the cars and everything.
The sergeant is confusing movie-making permits with freedom of the press, displaying plain ignorance. The code is intended for production crews, which is why it costs $2,000 a day and requires insurance. It states that productions, whether commercial or educational, need a permit. The sergeant's misapplication of the code is evident, and even the department acknowledges this. Sean was once again successful in carrying out his right to film people in public. Sure, it takes some going back and forth with pea-brained officers, but he gets the job done. If you thought schooling the sergeant was tough for Sean, then you're about to witness a stubborn director getting educated for violation of rights.
Frazier.
Detective Frazier.
Okay, well, relax.
Okay.
Relax.
Give me a sec.
Relax.
On March 31st, 2022, the independent journalist Sean went to the town of Irvington, New Jersey to peacefully exercise his First Amendment rights, freedom of press, at a public library.
Hello. Why are you recording?
Excuse me?
Why are you recording?
Who are you?
Why are you recording?
Who are you, sir?
I am the security in the library.
You're the security of the library?
Yeah.
And your company that you work for?
Township.
You work for the government?
The township.
The township?
Yeah.
And your name?
I just asked you a question. Just answer me because I'm here every day. First time I see you recording in the library.
Oh, no. No concern.
The director don't tell me anything. The director don't tell me anything. Somebody's coming here. He's gonna recording something. So that's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I'm just recording. Just taking pictures in the library, public library. That's it.
The director is no?
The director? No.
Yeah.
I don't know who the director is, no.
You just come in recording?
Yeah. I don't know who the director is.
Who are you?
Beautiful American flag here.
You can't videotape in here.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I didn't come up to you telling you what you can and cannot
you're
do.
Right. I'm the business manager here. You can't do any recording. This is a public place and these people have to sign off on things like that. And you didn't come and ask, could you? You just walked in and started doing it. You can't do that, so please stop recording.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Ronald Brown.
Mr. Brown, I don't need anybody's permission to film in a public space. This is a public space.
This is a public library, but you still have people in here. You didn't ask me, could you record me?
Sir, to be fair, there's cameras in this building, correct?
Yes.
Did you ask my permission before you started filming
Anybody
me?
who comes in here is subject to anything that happens in terms of the cameras, yes. So you have to leave.
So what makes my camera different?
You have to leave, sir.
What makes my camera different than your cameras?
Leave, sir.
Sir, what?
Then I'm going to call the police and have them come. You won't listen to me.
Would you like me to wait for the police to come?
Outside, yes.
I will wait for them here. What's the big deal, sir? There's nothing. I'm not filming anybody in particular. Like I said, you have cameras here. What's the difference? This is a public building. Is there a library director here? That you're the library director, Mr. Brown? And do you have a policy against freedom of press in this library? This is a public library, correct?
The moment Sean enters the library, the director named Brown annoyingly comes up with his tiny fake policy.
Good.
All is well?
I'm sorry?
All is well?
All's well. Can I just get your name and badge numbers, please?
Sure. What's going on?
Can I just get your name and badge numbers, please?
Sure. I'll write it down for you. You need us for anything here?
I'm just filming in the library here.
Inside? I don't think they'll allow you.
Yeah, it's a public place. I'm allowed to film in the library. It's a public place.
Oh, they have a policy. You want me to get it
But
for you?
their policy doesn't trump the rights of the United States Constitution. I have a freedom of press. I'm an independent journalist. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm just gathering. But it doesn't. You don't need credentials, sir. We all have freedom of press. It's a right granted to us in the First Amendment.
See, once you cross this line and we have a policy, you can't do it.
Oh, are you on any medication? Or?
Medication?
Yes. Do you take any medicine for anything?
Do you?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Do you take any medication for anything, ma'am?
No.
Okay.
Do you take any medicine for anything, sir?
Ma'am, can you just identify yourself for me?
Yes, and I'm gonna have to ask you to leave because you're just standing here and you're obstructing. You can't stand in front of the doorway.
I'm not trying to stand in front of the door. I came out here to speak with you. I'm trying to gather the rest of my content for my story I'm working on in this library.
What story are you working on, sir?
A news story for the library.
When cops resort to questioning someone's mental state, it's usually a sign that they've run out of reasonable arguments. It's so embarrassing that she asked Sean about medication. She sounds like she's the one who might need some.
I don't have an issue. He has an issue, and he's trying to kick me out of a library that I have a right to be in. I'm not doing anything wrong.
But the policy is that you can't come in there filming like that.
But the policy, first of all, no one's even showed me a policy. First of all, and then second of all, even if that was a policy, if there was a policy against women coming into the library, would you enforce that policy, ma'am?
But you're not. So I mean, I'm just.
But would you still say, well, sir, it's the policy. You know, men aren't allowed in the library, so we're gonna have to tell you to leave the library. Would you still enforce that?
That's not the case.
It is the case, man, because it's the same thing. Because now you're trying to make my freedom of press.
You can't come into the library.
He's trying to say that I can't come into the library while I'm conducting with this. I'm a journalist. I have freedom of press. You have freedom of press. Everybody has freedom of press in this country.
The cop seemed utterly perplexed by the situation, and her slow-moving argument was completely baseless.
He's not allowed back in the library.
You have no authority. You have no authority.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. If somebody is breaking the law, creating a disturbance, loitering, things of that nature, then you have authority to remove people. Okay, you have no authority.
You're not allowed back in the library.
Okay. No problem. So if I go back in the library, you're going to arrest me, officer? You're not giving me your name, so I just want to get it. Frazier.
Detective Frazier.
Okay, well, relax.
Okay.
Relax.
Give me a second.
Relax. And your name, sir?
Mr. Brown was very adamant about his illegal policy, which he had completely fabricated.
Let me talk to my officers first.
Okay, can I just get your name and badge number, please?
Sergeant Jason Gonzalez, 295.
Okay, thank you, sir.
No.
Appreciate that.
Just wait outside, sir.
I'm waiting right here. I'm waiting right here.
In here.
And they're being recorded. They're being recorded already.
I understand. This is their policy, and you have to uphold by their policy.
Okay, so I mean, I see we're not going to agree, but I'm just going to ask you: if I go back in the library with my camera, are you going to arrest me for trespassing? Are you trespassing me from the library?
I'm telling you that they have this policy. I already seek legal advice. If they have it written, then you have to obey it. This is a public library.
Okay, so I want you to trespass me formally, so I can take it up in the court. I can't take it up. I can't take it up into the court.
It doesn't have to come to that.
I want to be trespassed from the library. You're saying so I can't come in the library. That's what you're saying.
Sir, I don't want you to be at fault of anything. That's not what we're here for. We're here to make sure that everybody is at peace and everything and the law is abided by.
This is not the law, sir. That is not the law.
I understand what
Sergeant Jason Gonzalez arrived and respectively talked on behalf of Director's Policy. It seems like it's becoming hard for him to uphold the oath he took.
I understood why it always has to be a tit for tat. I'll give you my name if you give me yours. I'm the citizen here. I'm the citizen here. I don't have to give you my name.
This way we look. Our names are worn on our uniform.
I know, because
So we don't know
that's
who
the
you
job.
are.
But that, to be fair, that's the job that you chose, right? You chose to be a police officer and have your name on your uniform.
Right.
I didn't choose that job, so that's why I chose to be a journalist and an
We're
activist.
still here on an investigation, and it's right that you provide us with.
If you
your
suspect
name.
me of committing a crime, I would
And
100%.
It's not just for crime. It's
For
just
sure.
mere interaction. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
it is. The mere interaction with you.
Yeah, no. But like I said, I don't provide my name unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
No, I mean that's
That's
not
the only
right
reason
way.
why.
And God forbid something happened to you, we don't even know who you are.
Yeah. Well, let's hope nothing happens to me.
The behavior of that female officer gives off strange vibes, as if she's just a random person in a uniform. It's incredibly unprofessional.
Your duty is to uphold the United States Constitution. I have a right of freedom of press in this country. We all do. We have the right to film government officials in the course of their duties. We have the right to film in publicly accessible areas. That's all I'm doing here. I don't want to have to ask another man or a woman for permission to conduct something that I have the right to do.
Can I ask you a question?
I would have been done by now.
How long would it be to take you to do what you have to do?
Not long. I would have been done. I would have been done.
Listen, I'm trying.
I can't give you a specific time, but I wouldn't. The library is only so big. I can only get so many pictures of the library, right?
If I ask him if he could give permission to you now, would you be able to do it and get out?
I mean, I don't need his
I'm
permission.
trying-
Either way, I'm gonna, like I said, either way, I'm gonna go.
Listen.
I'm gonna go in there, whether you're gonna
Sir,
trespass
I
me or not.
understand, but listen, okay, no problem. And what is it that you're gonna take photos and pictures of?
The library inside.
No, I know of what? Of what? Just the library, like structure? Or
Yeah, the
something
structure
like that?
inside and just all the
Okay, and
public,
what is
all the
this?
publicly accessible areas, and it's for a story that I'm working on.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, if we were to go inside with you and you finish what you have to do.
It's a public space. You can do whatever you
Sir,
want. I said you can. You're not.
Okay.
You didn't hear me.
Okay. No.
Sergeant Jason really knows the truth deep inside, but why he's stuck in the middle of a usual policy and the law. But the sergeant really manages to keep both sides cool.
All right.
I do.
So if we just go inside real quick, no?
What?
If we're inside with him, can he finish what he has to do?
No.
No.
You see the difference between somebody who's trying to be reasonable and somebody who's not trying to be reasonable?
And we've been here for what, 2 hours?
Because of you, I would have been done.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we've already told him, okay, you have to leave the lobby. Now what am I going to do? Come back on that to appease him? No, he can't come in this library.
Okay, so I'm gonna come in. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come in the library, and then they're gonna have to They're gonna have to say that I'm trespassed from the library, and then I'm gonna sue the city of Irvington. Okay?
Sir, hold on.
Tell me.
Just relax.
Tell me I'm not allowed to be in the library, and I'll leave.
Sir.
I'm not going to. No, because he's not being reasonable. I've been reasonable. I don't want to get it from you. I want to get it from my own camera that I have a right to do. That's all.
No.
Yes, I do. We'll let the court work it out then, sir.
Go to court.
I will. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna back down from my position. I'm not gonna allow my rights to be violated, sir.
I'm not violating your rights.
I know you're not.
I'm just asking you.
And I appreciate that.
To come to a conclusion.
Oh, excuse me. I just don't want to.
No, I understand that, and that's good. Yeah, I'm just trying to come to a conclusion.
The director was too stubborn for his little policy, adamant on what he said.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
They close. And I know we talked about how long it would take.
Mhm.
If you could just take care of your business because there are.
Oh, I'll be long gone.
Listen.
Mhm.
If we could just, you know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
I appreciate you.
Gonzalez, I
Thank
appreciate you.
All right, sir. You have a good day. Okay?
You too.
I got permission for you, by the way. Just to let you know. Have a good day, sir.
You too. Don't need permission, but okay.
Sean never fails to uphold his rights as a citizen, even when being pushed out of a building. Watch how he put this next officer in his place.
Hey, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't get violent. Don't get violent.
Our first case takes us to a probation office at Pawtucket, Rhode Island, where YouTubers conducting a First Amendment audit are questioned by the supervisor.
I'm going to ask you to leave the office. Okay. Are
Now-
you willing to comply with that?
Now that's a personal request.
Yes, I'm asking you to leave the office.
That's a personal request. We're in public. You don't tell us what to do. Are you guys city employees?
I'm asking you to leave the office.
Do you work for the city of Pawtucket?
No, I don't.
Who do you work for?
I work for the state of Rhode Island.
Oh, well, that even better.
That is the city of Pawtucket.
Even better.
So can we
even
just
better.
make a phone call to the police department? Do we have unwelcome or unwanted guests?
Listen, dude, let me tell you something. This is a public place. Learn your job, okay?
I'm asking you to leave.
That's a
And you're
personal.
unwilling to do that.
That's a personal
So
request.
now-
We're
and
taking
I
we're
don't
taking
know.
pictures, and you don't have to know anything.
And I don't know why you're even surveilling or even taking pictures.
Surveilling?
Without even having more than a minute of dialogue, the supervisor calls the police on the auditors, threatening to have them removed from the building.
What's your name?
My name is Mark Moody.
Moody. Okay, that makes sense.
Do you know that what we're doing is constitutionally protected activity?
I've asked you to leave.
You don't have to.
We're gonna have the police escort you off the property.
Let's see how that goes.
Mr. Moody is staying true to his name. He doesn't even bother to research the claims of the auditors. Clearly, his ego precedes his logic.
Frank Hollywood, that's me, man. I'm the face of Rhode Island, baby.
You seen us?
You guys do it. I see you guys. I love your YouTube, man.
Thank you,
Watch
man.
all day.
Auditing America.
All in America. I be home high as hell watching you guys.
The best videos, bro.
All day, all
Best
day,
videos
man.
in the country.
Frank Hollywood _1. Give me some clout, baby.
There you go.
You
There
guys
you
are
go.
real, man.
Thank you, bro.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
So we can't do what?
You can't video in here.
You can't video in here?
No.
Who says?
I'm telling you, you can't.
Who says that?
I'm telling you. This is for. You can't do it. Put
Why?
it down.
Why?
Because I'm just telling you, you can't.
But
Don't
can-
video me. Don't video me. Please don't.
Well, it's too late for that now.
But you need to take that off there, because if you put me on there and I see it anyway, I'm gonna sue you.
Threatening to sue over being recorded as a public servant? He's gonna have a hard time explaining that in court. But all hell breaks loose as this next rowdy cop enters the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. Yo, are you guys you can't do that. Take that outside.
Yes, we are.
You gotta take it outside. You gotta take it outside.
Hey, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Yo, don't get violent. Yo, don't get violent. Yo, don't get violent, bro.
Don't record me.
You get.
Yo,
Do you
don't
work
record
for
me.
the city?
Did you ask me for permission?
We're in public, man. Relax.
You didn't ask
Relax,
me for no
bro.
permission.
Bro, relax.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Relax.
Relax. I'm telling you.
Relax. Don't touch me. You guys are assaulting me.
I'm not assaulting you.
You guys are assaulting me.
You gotta take it outside.
You guys
gotta
are
take it
assaulting-
outside.
This is a public building. This is a public
no,
building.
it's not. No, it's not. All right.
Yo, relax.
What could have gone as a peaceful conversation escalates because of one evil cop. These officers quickly circle the auditors as if they're about to get physical.
Chill out. Okay. Okay.
Who assaulted you? Who assaulted you?
Excuse me.
Yo, hey, watch yourself.
You gotta take it outside. You gotta take it
No,
outside.
leave me alone.
You gotta take it outside.
So why you recording me?
You gotta take it outside.
Look, are you, ma'am?
Who are you?
Let's
Tell
go.
me what to do.
You
Yo,
cannot
bro,
take
gonna
why
keep
getting-
recording me?
Bro, why you getting violent?
Because you're
Relax.
recording me, bro.
Bro, you're
I'm
recording.
telling you, don't record me.
Bro, don't get violent, man.
Confidential.
You don't have to record me.
Bro, we're journalists, bro.
You don't have to
Relax.
record me. I don't care who you are. You don't. Did you ask me? Did you ask me?
Calm down.
Did you ask me?
Calm down, bro.
Nah, hell no.
Calm down.
I don't care who you are. You ain't recording me like that. Hell
Calm
no.
down, bro.
Nah, I'm not gonna come down. Stop recording, and then I'm gonna come down.
There's half a dozen lawsuits that can be filed in the span of this 2-minute footage the auditors recorded. From the random lady stealing their phone, to Officer Feisty behaving more like a gangster than a cop.
For confidentiality purposes of the Department of Human Service, you cannot record here.
You're gonna keep recording me?
broke my property,
I don't care. I told you already. Don't record me. Come on. He stopped recording me. You still recording me.
Look, man, don't do that.
Just take it
away.
No, take it
You're
outside.
security.
Take it outside. I am security. Take it outside. You cannot
He
record
just
these people in
assaulted
this
us.
building.
He just assaulted us.
You can't record nobody in this building.
Oh my
For
God.
confidentiality purposes, you cannot.
He's just assaulting us.
He didn't touch you.
The cop proceeds to assault the second auditor by knocking the phone out of his hand and breaking it, instead of arresting the female who stole it from him beforehand.
Listen, we can
I
do
don't
this.
care.
We can.
And don't talk about I assaulted you. Because I can, trust me, if I have to.
I got video.
I don't care you got a video. Did I put my hands on you?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter. It does matter.
You got
It does matter. It does matter. What? I did what?
You got right up on my chest.
So I didn't get up on your chest. If I was in your chest, you know it. I'll be up in your shirt.
Is that a
Bro,
threat?
bro.
So no, it's a promise. It's a promise.
You're a security officer. Why you guys so...
No, because you're not supposed to film people. It goes in the Department of Human Services.
But you have
for
to be
confidential
you have to be
I told you from the get-go, you cannot film here. I said it as nice as you wanted me to say.
Threatening and assaulting is like a reflex for these officers. Is this really what our tax dollars are going towards?
Grabbed my phone and started pushing me back with his hands.
Okay.
That's assault.
Okay.
And I want to press charges against him.
All right, we'll file a report for sure. Is this happened to both of you guys or just one of you?
That happened to me. Well, he didn't take your phone, did he?
Nobody touched me.
The cops arrived on the scene and were pretty cooperative at first, but that wouldn't last long.
Step over here, please. Am I being detained?
Right now, you are temporarily detained until we investigate what happened.
Crime right now.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're not under arrest, but I
So,
need you to
so what crime do you suspect me of committing?
We don't know if a crime has been.
Well, that's not how the law works.
Okay.
You investigate first, and then
what we're
you
doing.
detain.
Right.
So you can't just say I'm detained right now. That's how it goes.
Okay. Just stand here, please.
Listen, you don't tell me what to do.
Apparently, the cops had their laws reversed. They're supposed to investigate first and detain later.
We're
How
not.
are they gonna know?
I
Okay,
know.
she's
You
a
guys
domestic violence.
broadcast your videos?
We do, but we're not here to film
you gonna blur
people.
out their faces?
We're here to
do
film
sometimes.
public employees.
Sometimes?
Things started to smooth up, and the cops started to have a thoughtful discussion with the auditors.
I understand how it might be uncomfortable for people to come into this
I
building and be
can.
filmed.
I can understand how they would be uncomfortable. Their uncomfortability doesn't trump my rights.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I know. Okay,
I'm
so
just telling you
I know.
that
And I didn't say you disagreed. I'm just stating,
we're dealing with a lot of people that are underprivileged and they're victims of things, and you guys make them uncomfortable. Just like sometimes we might make you uncomfortable. You guys make
Did you let them know that it's okay that we can record in that hallway?
We'll let them know.
Yeah.
Yep.
well, that was the whole point. I would hope that you would educate, because that way, if they don't know and this happens again, you guys are gonna be out here for no reason again.
Also, let him know if he doesn't want to be on camera, he can go to the back real quick.
It's uncharted territory for them. They're exploring it.
But they took a job that worked with the public, so they can't be like, don't film me. I mean, there's cameras all over this building.
Yes, but you also got to understand a little bit. There are some confidentiality things around here.
Not in public.
Yeah,
right.
but with
And I was explaining to him inside the office.
Right.
There's nothing confidential outside of the hallway.
It's a publicly accessible area.
Yeah.
So some people might feel uncomfortable, but
Yeah. You
tough
want me to
luck.
go around? Oh, no, that's okay. All right.
All right, bro. We'll let you do your job, man.
Hey,
you
all
take
right,
care,
man.
bro. It was good
take
meeting you,
care,
man.
And I'm sorry about that, man. I didn't know what
You're
was
good.
going on.
You're good, Papa. Take care.
Eventually, the auditors and the security officers patched things up. The security guard was lucky that the auditors didn't press charges. The last one got a wholesome resolution at the end. But that's not always the case when it comes to egotistical police officers.
Would you like to look at the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, sir? Poster 7. You have it posted right outside.
Our second case takes place at the Florence Government Center in Kentucky, where a journalist named Sean was once again practicing his right to film in public spaces. He encounters the chief of police, Tom Grau, who very much applauded his efforts.
The public can go.
Yeah.
Not on the doors or knocking in or interfering with anything, but yeah, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right
I'm
to
not
video
doing
whatever you want. Man.
Yeah, I'm not doing
yeah,
any of that.
You know, you ain't gonna get me all fired up saying.
Good,
you
I'm
can do whatever you
glad.
want, you know
I'm
what saying?
glad.
So, the chief doesn't mind journalists filming in public places, but little does he know, his own people seem to have a problem with it. Seems like there's a bit of a gap between his open-mindedness and what happens at the post office next.
You're not allowed to film in here.
I'm not allowed
This is
to.
a federal building. You are not allowed to film in here.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to calm down for a second.
So, but they come to me and they told me that you.
I get it, but
they've
you got,
asked you not to do that.
I get it, but
I'm
you
just
gotta
letting
calm
you know
down. Who are you
You are
first?
not allowed to film in here.
Who are you first?
I'm the closing supervisor.
Closing
You're not allowed
supervisor.
to
And
you
your
are
name?
not allowed to film in here.
And
so
your
I'm
na-
gonna have
and-
to ask you to leave.
And your name?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Please put the phone down. Stop filming.
The supervisor, in his infinite wisdom, decided that Sean shouldn't be allowed to film, despite it being a public area. Tiffany, the postal clerk, on the other hand, wasted no time in calling law enforcement on Sean.
Boone County Dispatch.
Hi, I'm an employee at the Florence Post Office. I need an officer, please. We have a very unruly person He's refusing to leave.
Okay. At which post office?
That's Lawrence Post Office, the one at the corner of Turfway and Main Street.
Okay. Is he still in there?
Yes, he's arguing with the supervisor.
Okay.
We're trying to get him just out, and he will not leave.
All right. What's the description of him? What's he wearing?
He is wearing a gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. He has a hat on, black hair, approximately, I would say 5'11", 6 foot.
All right. I will get him on the way.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Looks like these two have a knack for making life difficult for anyone trying to exercise their rights.
I have a right of freedom of press in this country. This is a public building. I know you want to. It's a federal public building.
Please walk out.
I understand what you're saying, but
I'm
not breaking the.
Nicely.
I understand. Well, first, you didn't come up to me too nice.
Have asked you to not film in here.
Yeah. Why would that be?
You continue to do it because it's a federal building. You're not allowed to do that here at the post
why?
office.
I'm just asking you why.
Please step out.
Why can't I film in here?
Come on.
The supervisor's poor behavior will come back to bite him. Luckily, Sean was smart enough to lead the supervisor to a sign that clearly stated filming was allowed on the postal office premises.
Right here. Photographs for news, advertising, and or commercial purposes. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in the entrances, lobbies, and foyers and corridors of the post office, sir. This is a federal law.
Now you're telling me that you are an independent journalist.
That is correct.
Can I see your identification to prove that?
Well, everybody has. It wouldn't matter. I could make something up at UPS. I can make a business card at UPS. I am an independent journalist.
Okay.
We all have. You can be an independent journalist. Again, would that be considered a lobby?
Proven wrong, the supervisor simply walks away, revealing his own lack of legal knowledge. Seems like he needs a refresher course on the laws he's supposed to enforce.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. And I just showed you a federal law that says I'm permitted to do so. Okay, and yet you still want to go against federal law.
I'm just asking you. I've asked you to step out.
Why would you want to go against federal law? You're a federal employee, correct? You're supposed to follow federal law.
Soon, law enforcement officers arrived at the scene, and the officer didn't seem particularly interested in upholding Sean's right to film. It's a shame that those tasked with enforcing the law seem to forget about the First Amendment.
My thing is I get you're doing a story. I get that. But they're conducting business.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not interfering with that. Like, I'm not.
And then you're not interfering with that, but this is their place of employment, and you gotta realize that. I'm sure you have a full-time job.
This is my full-time job.
Oh, okay.
Sean had to educate yet another clueless cop on the do's and don'ts of citizens' rights. He pointed out the poster that clearly stated filming was legally allowed, schooling the officer on the very laws he's supposed to uphold.
Read right here. This is actually federal law. It's not just some poster. I know it looks like that, but it's actually attached. It's actually federal law. So this is the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. And if you see here, photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, and foyers, corridors.
Corrected, the officer then went to the supervisor to ask for his side of the story, and the supervisor's reaction was quite telling. He resorted to blatantly lying, seemingly more convinced with saving face than telling the truth.
He's walking around and he's filming people standing at the counter and stuff like that. And I asked him to step out in the lobby.
Okay.
You know, I said, I'm going to ask you to leave. And I kept asking him, like, well, I'm not leaving.
Right.
So, and I'm like, sir, and he goes, well, I can show you over here where I'm allowed to film. Yes, you're allowed to film. But you can't film the clerks standing back there. You can't film any transactions, because if we'll say if you're standing there trying to do something and he's filming over your shoulder, get your PIN number. You know, anything like that.
Not arguing there.
So, and I'm like, sir, can't do that. So then that's when they called you guys.
The supervisor's story was a complete fabrication. He tried to pin filming transactions on Sean, which was a total lie. It's pretty despicable how he'd stoop so low to deflect from his own screw-up. But not only him. A female officer also chimed in, claiming Sean never talked to the chief and in fact was making it up.
My take on it, he was already at our police department.
He said something, he said, I've already talked to your chief, and I was like...
No, he wasn't. He didn't talk to the chief. He tried to bait the chief. The chief didn't fall for it. And he said, you know, record wherever you want. He said, you walk around the whole building. You know, I mean, that kind of thing. So we've been kind of given a heads up on him. So as long as we'll explain that to him. The less annoyed you act, the less reaction he'll get.
And then I asked him, I said,
if she only knew that her chief was well aware of what Sean was doing. It's just sad how some cops view us. No wonder so many innocent people end up behind bars. But luckily, another officer was on call with the chief and came to correct his fellow officer in time.
Lieutenant and chief was talking to him. So he's already been in our department.
That's what she was telling me.
So here's the thing. As long as he's walking around filming, there's nothing we can do. But when it comes to where he's starting to interfere with business.
That's what he was doing. That's what he was explaining. That he was coming up to the counter and recording transactions, recording type transactions.
The supervisor, along with the female officer, clearly needed a lesson in citizens' rights.
So if he records, and everyone's like, "Well, I don't want to," you know, people always have this thing. They're like, I didn't sign anything." Like, it doesn't matter.
You're in a public place.
You're in a public place. Oh, absolutely, I would. Absolutely, I would. But
if
I'm just letting you.
Leave, does he?
I mean, this is a
It's public.
public, and he can be here and record. But hopefully, our thing is to let him come in here and record, as long as he's not recording transactions, and let him be on his way. Because my thing is he's, I mean, he is wanting your reaction, and he's wanting to post this. So, just I know it's.
Your rights are your rights. Period.
Yeah,
Regardless of how.
But listen, but we are going to tell him that as long as he's not up close recording the transactions, then he's allowed to be in this lobby and in the hallway recording.
After deciding what to say to Sean to avoid a scene, the officers approached him, seemingly more interested in trying to assert authority than actually being right.
How you doing today?
So we told them, and you're allowed to be in here. You're allowed to record, just like you were at the city building. But you can go in there and take your time. You can record whatever. But the one thing that we're asking you is you cannot record the transactions.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
Okay.
Sean succeeded in turning the tables at the post office. His little lesson was a reminder that knowing your rights can turn any situation around. But Sean wasn't the only journalist to encounter such clueless cops. Our next case really pushes the boundaries of just how dense law enforcers can be.
Get off of me, man. Hey, get off of me.
In our next case, another journalist is at the Employment Commission in Norfolk, Virginia, to exercise his First Amendment right to film public areas and promote transparency and accountability in government. He encounters a security guard from Allied Universal who asks him to stop filming, citing privacy concerns.
You gotta go.
What'd you say?
I said you gotta go.
Who are you?
You gotta go. The boss said you have to go. Come on.
Who are you? Allied Universal?
Yes.
And your name?
Come on.
Come on what?
So you one of them.
Why are you saying I'm one of them?
I'm one of them. I wanted to be like victims recording it. I be watching a lot of videos. I see this, but you making people feel real uncomfortable.
However, the guard remained resolute, refusing to budge even though the journalist's arguments were sound. In a surprising turn, he decided to escalate the situation by dialing 911 on the journalist. He doesn't realize it yet, but he may end up in court soon himself.
It is all day. And while you working, would you be cool with that?
No one did that to you.
Take public. If I'm like this, come on, man. Just answer the question.
I'm trying to answer it, but I'm trying to say, again, if I'm in a public place and I'm doing public things, and somebody is publicly putting their phone in my face,
they don't like
I can ask them to not do that, and then if they don't respond to it, then again, I can...
Or if they don't like it, nobody don't like it.
But right now, what he's doing right now is, I think, for the public good.
The guard's behavior was considered intrusive and unsettling by onlookers. He started talking trash and mocking the journalist, even shoving his phone in a visitor's face. However, he quickly learned his lesson when the visitor schooled him with ease.
I think there's some policies that are in place that are keeping people from doing the right thing just because they they don't understand what is righteous, what is good. So that's why I was trying to explain. I don't know him personally, but I know he has the right to do what he's doing. And if it's making people feel uncomfortable, then I think it would be the manager's job to help explain that, hey, this is a public accessible facility, and if they're doing things that are, take it outside. Well,
At this point, the supervisor jumped into the fray. Despite the visitor's attempts to explain citizen rights and the potential public benefit of the video, the supervisor adamantly refused to listen. He rudely confronted the journalist, demanding that he leave the premises.
I can hold you accountable, sir. Can I get your name?
I asked you nicely to step outside.
Okay. And nicely, I'm going to tell you that I'm just going to continue to exercise my rights, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
But sir, just so you're
Trying to dodge the camera, probably knowing it could screw up their job, the supervisor suddenly announces that the office is closed, even though there are still people around. Then, to top it off, the guard shoves the journalist out, which is just plain messed up. This behavior is totally out of line and shows a complete lack of respect for the public and the journalist's rights.
Please don't lock the door. As a citizen, I'm asking, please don't lock the door.
Excuse me.
Our office is closed at the present
They're
time.
not closed. You have members of the public in there. Don't do this. Don't do this.
The office is closed
It's
at the
not
present
closed.
time.
It's not closed. It's not closed. We need to hold you accountable.
I want the door shut. I want it shut, and I want it...
You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. Stop. Get off of me, man. Hey, get off of me.
Eventually, officers arrive on the scene, and the journalist recounts what happened moments earlier. The visitor, who was also locked out, stands as a witness to the events.
And help them understand that what they're doing is unlawful. Because if they're discriminating against him just for this fact that he's in a public area, as far as I can tell, he is not violent, he's not using profanity, he's been incredibly polite.
This is exactly what he was doing. He was upstairs, knowing it's like it's small upstairs. So everybody's walking, and he's just like this. Everybody's walking.
Terrible man I am, right?
I'm coming in, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, so that's why they told me to call the police. Then he told me to lock the door and switch. That happens.
But I encouraged him to look at what the Constitution is, and even was talking to the supervisor. They did not give me their names. They were even me. Like, just the fact that I was...
I have no idea who this man is. He was just here.
In an attempt to cover up his rudeness, the guard shifted the blame to the visitor, falsely claiming that he and the journalist were in cahoots. Can you believe the audacity? The journalist has it all on video, yet this is the way he's being treated, blamed and accused, while the real aggressors try to cover their tracks.
He came in yesterday asking the same question a lot. He did this yesterday. They know each other.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine, and that's irrelevant.
You're lying. You need to have evidence of what you're saying. Just because I'm asking similar questions, again, I have a knowledge that you do not have. That doesn't make me better than you. But if you're going to accuse me of knowing this person when you have no evidence or facts of that...
Sean isn't the only auditor out there who recognizes the importance of knowing your First Amendment rights. This next auditor deals with a very prying set of officers who are hell-bent on harassing him for no reason.
Just a minute. Yes, sir, I need 2 officer complaint forms.
Statement forms or complaint forms? You need to shut that off too.
Complaint forms.
Shut it off.
No, sir.
Okay.
Just complaint forms will work.
You want complaint forms?
Yes, sir. And I'll get out of your hair.
What's your name?
None of your business.
Okay.
Okay, I appreciate you. What's your name?
None of your business.
Oh, it is my business, sir. You're a public employee.
The man at the desk wasn't interested in helping JC with his request. Instead, he was fixated on JC's camera. JC was just exercising his First Amendment rights, but all he got from the dispatcher was a first name, Dave, likely to protect his identity for what was about to happen.
You don't have a last name, Mr. Dave?
I'm not going to be part of your suit, sir, so...
Well,
you go. Have a good day.
You are a city employee. You get paid with our tax dollars, sir. So you do work for us.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you're not going to identify. All right, I need a... Okay, you got a sunshine request?
The city knows who I am.
I don't.
You do not, actually, tell you the truth. Let me look and see.
Or just another complaint form, I'll write it on the back.
While it's not common for government employees to be asked for their IDs by random citizens, it doesn't mean they're exempt from doing so. Refusing to show his ID and playing hardball with the auditor might not have been in his best interest. As the auditor was filling out a complaint against Dave, he was confronted by another, even more unhinged member of the Ava Police Department.
And who are you, sir?
None of your business.
Okay, get out of the police department then. You're not allowed to film inside the police
Are you
department.
trying to,
You can fill that out.
you trying to deny my right? I need another complaint form.
Well, you can fill that out and return it, but you're not allowed to film inside. Go ahead and step out the door.
What's the law on that?
It's in the state law. Step out
It's
the door.
not in the state law.
Step out the door or you will be escorted out.
It seems the lieutenant missed the memo on hospitality. Why bother with a seating area if citizens are expected to pen their grievances out in the parking lot? Regardless, locking the doors and shuffling the auditor out like an unwanted guest doesn't exactly scream open door policy.
You gonna put your hands on me?
Yes, I will. If you,
You
do
will?
not comply, step out.
Can you state the ARS?
Step out.
What's the MLC on that? I need
Step
a
out.
complaint form, sir.
You have one in your
And
hand. Step out.
I need another one for you.
Step out.
What's your name and badge number?
Lieutenant Butterworth, 414.
All right, Lieutenant.
Step out.
You should know the law.
Have a good
You
day.
gonna push me out?
Get out of the door.
I need a complaint
Walk away.
form. I need a complaint. I'm coming back in.
The auditor did manage to fill out the form right by the door outside and requested another one for Lieutenant Buttersworth, which he was not too keen on providing.
I need a copy and a date stamp. And,
Around the office.
and I need another another complaint form for you, sir.
Get out of the police department while you're still.
Oh, shut up. You don't give me directives. I'm not detained. You don't give me directives, you coward. You tyrant.
The auditor then decided to make the best of the situation by analyzing the cars parked at Ava PD. Visual proof of where our hard-earned tax money is being directed to.
Apartment looks like. Can't really see much. Let's get a tag. Oh, he ain't running no tags on the front. That's illegal. There's the number, y'all. 417-683-2900. I'll be back with an army.
While JC was documenting the cars, we have Chief Overcast. Man, I love these names. Who was sent over to shoo away the pesky auditor. But wait, wasn't this public property? Despite the welcome mat at the entrance, apparently filming injustice isn't on the agenda.
He's running the tag.
Get away from them personal cars.
Oh, eat it, man. I don't have to.
They ain't got nothing to do with you.
This is public property.
That right there is not a cop car. Get away from
Don't touch me. What's your name and badge number
Get out
since
of
you
here.
want to bark directives?
You want to buck? I'm going to buck with you. Get out of
I'm not bucking. You are.
here. Get.
I'm going. What's your name and badge number?
Jimmy, get off the property.
Ha ha ha! This is public property, sir. I haven't committed a crime. You need a crime.
But the chief continued with his duty, noting down the auditor's tag, no doubt to frame him for defamation, when in reality he was just spreading public awareness.
Get away from my car. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. What's your name and badge number?
I'm going to film you. Hey, Robert John 3, David 9, Sam.
Yeah, go run it and see who it comes back to. What's your name and badge number?
What's your name? What's your badge number?
What's your name and badge number?
What's your badge number?
None of your business. I'm a private
look
citizen.
Like a cop?
Do I?
Do I look like a cop?
You got a name and badge number? You gonna identify?
I ain't got nothing. You going to identify? Who are you?
None of your
Who are
business.
you?
None of your business.
What's your name, boy?
None of your business, boy.
What's your name, boy?
None of your business. Look at this,
Hey,
y'all.
that's a nice little do-rag you got up there, man.
You like that, do you?
Look like a faggot.
All right, get out of here, punk.
Well, Chief Overcast's denial game is strong, but pretending not to be the top cop while flexing his authority is a bit too low, even for him. Refusing to provide ID while demanding and intimidating someone previously ousted from his own department is like a bad magic trick. Everyone sees through it.
You don't hurt yourself.
Hey, now.
Yep, I'll be back.
Hey, what do you got in there?
I'll be back. None of your
What's in that
business.
bottle?
None of your
What
business.
you got in that bottle?
None of your business.
Let me see it.
Kick rocks.
Where you going?
You can't operate a motor vehicle and have a cell phone.
Hey, you can't,
I'm
you
on
gotta
I'm on
get the
public
law.
property, buddy.
You can't have your cell phone running while you're driving.
Eat a dick.
Breaking the law.
Although the auditor left the area, it would not be the last he would be seeing of Lieutenant Butterworth and Chief Overcast. The very next day, Lieutenant Butterworth struck back by filing felony charges against the journalist for harassment and getting a warrant for his arrest. He claimed the journalist posted videos on YouTube and TikTok accusing Butterworth of assault and even suggesting he was in adult films with other guys. This is the kind of retaliation evil cops dish out when someone threatens to expose their corruption. But the internet never forgets, and neither will those fighting for justice. While our first auditor made some valid points, this next case truly served as a wake-up call for these exceptionally dumb cops.
I'm allowed to move.
Okay, so am I.
Okay, just keep touching me.
On the 20th of August, 2022, Officer Bergeson in Connecticut confronted an auditor named Daniel Kokoska, who was simply exercising his First Amendment rights in front of the local New London PD.
What are you guys doing?
Filming.
Or what?
Because I can. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like it. But I never seen one girl fucking. Exactly. I like this.
Me, I can see you have nothing.
Any reason you're filming? Don't want to answer any questions? What about you? You want to answer any questions? Or?
They heard this. They stated that those two were.
You can get off that car.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for doing the right thing.
All right, you guys are done now.
No.
Yeah.
For what?
I'm asking you to leave the
I have not done anything.
I'm asking you to leave private property now. Get out of the lot. Do you have police business here?
Yes.
I'm asking you. Okay. You can go to the lobby, but you're not going to the lobby. You can leave.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm not asking.
Okay.
Are you here for police business?
Does it matter?
Yes. You're now in a private lot and you're being asked to leave
the
the
sign?
front.
Where's the sign?
I'm telling you now.
It doesn't
Go.
matter.
Leave
No.
this.
Let's
go.
No. It's
Off
not
the
how
property,
this
please.
works. It's not how this works.
Let's go. I'm not asking you. Get off the property.
I'm not.
The cops aren't amused in the slightest by Daniel. It doesn't take the cops long to threaten him with arrest.
You're not going to be out here with private.
Where's
with officers.
Where are your
first.
signs?
Okay. I'm telling you.
Where
now,
are your signs?
There are no signs. But
Exactly.
you're being given
I'm
a
allowed to
lawful
No,
order
you're not.
to disperse.
What law?
Disorderly conduct. You're being given. Yes.
How this works.
Let's go.
If you want here, disorderly conduct.
Let's go.
Come on, disorderly conduct.
Let's go.
You want to call it? Let's do it.
Let's go.
You want to call it? Let's do it. Because I'm doing nothing wrong. No.
Why you got to come out here and bust balls?
Bust balls? You came out here. I was doing nothing wrong.
Okay, you're out here filming people's
I'm
personal
allowed
cars.
to.
Okay.
Again, what?
Do you
so,
have anything
so I'm
better
allowed
to do than come
Then
here and do
thank
this?
you. I'm not going to answer
All
any more questions. I'm
Let's
going to
go.
continue doing what I was doing. Touching me?
Let's go.
Touching me?
Off the property.
You touching me?
Off the property.
Stop
Let's
touching
go.
me, please.
Off the
Stop
property.
touching me, please.
It doesn't. You're being asked to leave.
It doesn't matter. You
You're
can't
being
just
asked
ask
to
me.
leave. Yes, you can.
Listen, time out.
Yes, you
No,
can.
you can't.
You want to come in for police business?
Listen,
come in
no.
for police
It
business.
doesn't. I don't even need police business.
Okay.
Even if I wasn't here for police business, it doesn't matter. You need to go do your homework.
Okay, I'm doing my homework.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you need to go
You
read
need
the
to
laws.
leave the property,
No. I need to commit a crime for you to have me leave public property. This is
You're
not
now
private.
being given a lawful order
No,
to leave the
lawful.
property by a
What's
police
the law?
officer. Okay, trespass.
That's not. No. You can't trespass me for public property when I haven't broken a law.
Okay,
Come on.
Are you here for police business?
I just told you I was.
Okay, then what is the police business you're
I don't
here
need
for?
to tell you.
Yes, you do.
No,
You're
I
not
don't.
here for police business.
I don't
That's
need
what
to
it
tell.
is.
All right, I'm not going to answer any more questions, and I'm standing right here until I'm ready to go inside.
And we're gonna stand right here with
Go
you.
ahead.
Okay, I got all night, dude. I got till 7 o'clock in the morning.
Can you start touching me?
Can you? No.
I'm allowed to move.
Okay, and so am I.
Okay, just keep touching me.
Let's go.
Jay, take your camera out.
Let's go.
As if berating and threatening him with fabricated charges wasn't enough, this corrupt cop couldn't resist acting out even as he's walking off the property.
You don't need to be on
If you had a reason and you could really arrest me, you already would have done it.
It's Saturday, and I don't feel like leaving downstairs all weekend. I really don't.
I don't believe that.
This is
This
got
is
no
what?
need to be down here, dude.
I can be. Yes, I do.
What
I'm
is
not
your
going to tell
police
you,
business
but
to
I can be here.
What is your police business?
I'm doing what I need to do.
Okay.
So
if you go near a personal car,
I'll go near whatever.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you.
No, if you go
I'm going
near-
to tell
you
you.
can
I'm
stay
done.
there any- you can
No,
do
no.
this
Because
any
now
time
I
you
can
want.
stay here and now I can do that.
Because I got better shit to do than
No, because now you're
No, you
wrong.
know, so I
I
got
can
better- I got
record
better
those
things to do
cars.
with
I
you.
can record any
Okay.
car in this parking lot
If
I
I
want.
catch you touching a vehicle or trying to open a door, I'm gonna arrest you.
Now it goes to that. Did you see me do that before you touched
No,
me
but
and did
if
all
I-
that
if
shit?
I catch you doing
did
it.
Did you see me?
I got
do it?
better shit to do, dude.
That's
Sit
what
down
you
here
keep
and deal with
saying,
this
but you're
stuff.
out here.
Okay.
You would have never came out here if you had something
But
better
I
to
say,
do.
if you need something, come up into the lobby and deal with it.
I'll be up
Other
there
than
when I'm
that,
ready.
We're all
Thank
set.
you.
The cop obviously seems to have had his ego hurt, despite this auditor being completely respectful. He even takes a jab as Daniel walks off.
Go find something better to do with your life.
Me? You're the one that came running outside like you're fucking some tough guy, you clown.
What a waste of time.
Oh, I'm a waste of time. That's why you're out here wasting time. Bunch of geniuses. Yo, now leave them. After you already touched me, you loser. How many times did you touch me, clown? How many? That's why you're doing shit, because you can't. You're going to personal cars right now. What are you going to do? And I didn't even look at him before, now I will.
The auditor takes this personally and comes back a lot harder, peeving and attempting to further agitate the cop who had become physical with him. The auditor tried to maintain his cool, but ultimately decided he needs to speak to the supervisor.
Out of curiosity, why? I mean, Saturday night, you guys can't go somewhere, hang out, like, we decided tonight was the night to film the police department parking lot.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
Oh, can I help you?
Yeah, you're the supervisor?
One of them, yeah.
So I was outside, walking through the parking lot, taping. Your officers, 3 of them came out. Supervisor started pushing me around, giving unlawful orders.
Giving out what kind of orders?
Unlawful. Kept trying to tell me I'm trespassing and I'm disorderly when I wasn't doing anything.
Well, it's a lawful order.
If you're doing it.
No,
If you're committing that crime, it's a lawful order, but when you're not.
Oh, if you read the statute for trespass first, after giving a lawful order,
Yeah, you have to be committing a crime.
regardless if it's posted or not.
No, but you have to be committing a crime to be trespassing on public property.
All right, well, I'm not going to argue with you on that.
Oh, okay. You're just like the rest of them. I need 3 complaint forms, and how do I request that body cam footage?
Have to go do an FOI.
Through here, though? Or where? Town hall?
He decides that these corrupt officers had gone too far encroaching on his First Amendment rights. Adamantly requesting 4 complaint forms, Daniel makes good use of these. An internal investigation led to an 8-day suspension and mandated retraining for Lieutenant Joshua Bergeson, who can be seen in body camera footage blocking and pushing Kokoska in an attempt to force him to leave. If this is how threatened these officers feel next to their PD, one can only imagine their unprofessionalism in the field. But Daniel wasn't the only one who knew what it meant to bravely stand up to cops. Have a look at this next auditor who loves to put these cops in their place.
Law-abiding citizen inspects his own property, and you're my servant. That's my property.
In February 2024, a First Amendment rights auditor, Siberian Tiger on YouTube in Portland, Oregon, went on about a seemingly normal day to exercise his rights. But the cops couldn't seem to give him a break. As we can observe, he's doing nothing but filming a parked police trooper on a public road. But this isn't taken well by the cops inside.
Huh? Who are you?
I don't know. What are you doing?
You don't know who?
Are you taking close-up pictures of the inside of the car? You can't do that, okay?
Says who?
Says me.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Well then,
Okay,
get lost.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of these cars.
Watch me.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of the cars.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
You come over here all big tough guy?
Hey, you can't be taking pictures inside.
Says who?
Says me. It's a police car, okay?
And you, who are you?
I'm a sergeant, okay? I'm a supervisor.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
And
you can't be here
and
doing
you
that.
can get lost.
Almost immediately, the cop's ego kicks in, and he gets real close to the auditor to try and wield his power. But the auditor isn't ready to back down.
Gonna get in my face like this?
Go find something else.
You think you're gonna intimidate me?
Who's intimidating you, man?
Then what's the problem?
I don't know. I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
You came over here all tough guy.
I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
There was no problem. What am I doing?
You can't be taking pictures.
Says who?
Says me.
What law?
I don't know.
Exactly. So get lost, tough guy.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, how's it gonna work? Why don't you call your bobbies over here? Why don't you call your lieutenant?
No.
Other sergeants?
You show me out in front of the precinct with
Yeah?
taking some pictures of inside of the police car.
Dumb guy.
I'll take it.
What a dumb guy. Taking pictures of the inside of the vehicles that are public property. I'm on a public sidewalk taking pictures of everything that is open, visible from my eyes, okay? Which is First Amendment protected activity, and the tough guy shows up here and tells me I can't take pictures.
The auditor is absolutely on the green side of the law here, which openly allows citizens to have uninterrupted access to film in public. So actually, the cop's ego is just hurt.
What law is that? What am I breaking?
I don't know. That's called private property. You can't.
That's private property. Come here.
You can't.
Come here, Sergeant.
You can't take a picture.
Come here, Sergeant. Come here.
Come here. I'm good.
What it says over here?
The outside, if you like.
What does it say?
I don't know.
What does it say?
Tell me.
You don't know how to read? Any of you guys know how to read?
What's your goal, sir? What do you need today?
I was minding my own business. This guy comes over here, gets in my face, and gives me unlawful directives.
I'm going to explain why he was concerned.
Why?
So we could be concerned that somebody is targeting our police vehicles or is looking inside there to see confidential information on the screen or in other things.
Okay.
So there's is it reasonable?
Whose responsibility to protect confidential information?
It is reasonable.
Whose responsibility?
It's reasonable
Great.
to ask.
Is it your responsibility to protect confidential information?
Sir.
Exactly. Exactly. So next time when a law-abiding citizen inspects his own property,
It's your property.
and you're my servant, that's my property. Everything that's on you, my property, except your personal effects.
He breaks down their argument in mere seconds by inquiring what the number clearly states. But of course, the cops turn a blind eye at that point.
This vehicle, my property. You all, you, every one of you work for me. I tell you what to do, I tell you how to do it, I pay your wages.
Is that right?
That's right. And you answer to me. So when you get on my case, being a law-abiding citizen, quiet, I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Quiet. When I'm a law-abiding citizen and you get in my face and you start threatening me and you call your bubbies out here, assuming that I'm a criminal because you intend to do something against me, guess what?
What are you going to do?
You're going to get a piece of my action.
What are you going to do?
My freedom of speech.
All of us
have a lot of things we need to
Get back to your job. I didn't call you. I didn't call you.
The auditor is more than enough to be able to stand up to the whole pack of these corrupt peas.
Very clearly, sir.
That's right.
You are taking up valuable resources that could be helping the city.
Did I call you?
Because we are focused
Great.
on you.
Here's how you can end this.
So I think that's important.
This is how you can end this.
What do you need?
Go back to your job and mind your own damn business.
You need to not point your camera inside of police vehicles and record information off of our computers.
According to whom?
Don't do it.
According to whom?
That's it.
According to whom?
Sir.
What law is that?
Okay.
What law is that? Give me an ORS code that tells me that I am not lawfully allowed to look at anything my eyes can see on a public sidewalk.
Okay.
What law is that?
We are going to leave, and we understand that you are not going to point inside of cameras
unless
and
I'm
record
breaking
things
the
off
law.
computers.
You can take your orders.
You stay
and
on
go to
public
hell with
property.
them. That's how you should have reacted in the first place. You come out here and you harass me, a law-abiding citizen. That's the reaction you're going to get. Servants, get lost. Sick and tired of police officer harassing law-abiding citizens every day.
When they were too ignorant to answer his questions, they just decided to run back to where they came from. After fending the cops off, he proceeded to exercise his rights to record some more without the police interfering this time. Siberian Tiger really showed his teeth to the dumb cops that tried harassing him. But sometimes these pigs need to be schooled and called out for their racist behavior. That's exactly what this next guy did.
Hi, Sergeant Venable. So at the end of the day, all we're trying to show is that you are associated with this car. Do you have insurance for the car on your phone that you could just show me the VIN matches and then I'm out of here? I don't even need a name.
I prefer not to really even speak with you, bro, because I haven't broke any crimes.
Well, right now.
Or, I don't even want to deal with you. I have no good dealings with you when I've told the truth with some of your officers, I should say. So, me talking to you, bro, I really don't want to talk to no Santa Barbara police officers, for real. I'm being
the reality
real.
is you're extending this contact right now. Let me explain. Okay, we got a call.
Well, the way you look at it, yeah, I can show you my ID. I can go in my bag and get my personal belongings and have you look at my ID and then run. But I'm being harassed. I left my car, went over there to grab something to eat, walk it back. She comes back. This officer behind you asked me, am I such and such? Well, at that point, I'm on the alarm. I don't really want to talk to anybody because I haven't done anything wrong. Like I told this officer, I am the owner of this car. You can run the car. Obviously, they already know whose car it is.
So if you and I are strangers, how in the world? Okay, I have no idea who you are. All right, and again, devil's advocate. All right, if this wasn't your car,
Devil's advocate or the devil?
If this wasn't your car, and you came out of one of these houses right now, and I was talking to a stranger who wasn't associated with the car, wouldn't you want the police to talk to that person?
I let them know that I was the owner of this vehicle.
But again, there's a difference between being a legal owner, like I just bought it but I haven't put up my name yet, or being a registered owner.
Oh, okay. Being politically correct,
owner,
right. No, so
if
the vehicle has not been sold. I've been the owner for like about 2 years. Okay. It's my car.
So then what name is this car under?
Charles is clearly talking down to the car owner and trying to be clever by rationalizing his misguided suspicions. There is no way that a normal person having a meal by his car can be suspicious. But then the officer starts getting agitated.
I don't have to, you feel me?
At this point,
me talking to y'all has
contact.
It is because I don't really want to
delaying us beyond what's reasonable.
Because I mean, being cooperative with Santa Barbara police officers.
You're talking over me right now.
I am because I really don't even want to talk to you.
So what happens is if you continue to delay us, you could be subject to arrest, which is 100% what I'm trying to avoid. 148 Penal Code is delaying or obstructing the police.
How am I obstructing?
We are conducting an investigation because somebody called saying that you were suspicious around this vehicle. Period. The end.
Suspicious?
We are asking, are you associated with this vehicle, and you're being evasive? And you're just not giving us the answer. I'm trying to avoid all that. I'm trying to work with you, and you are putting up every possible roadblock. I'm
not
ask
really.
You again.
I mean,
what is the name of the owner of this car? Who is it registered to?
That would be me. I am the registered owner of this car. You feel me?
No. What name is it under?
Like I'm saying, I feel like I'm being harassed. So you saying if I call the cops and be like, hey, there's some people over there that kind of suspicious around this
agency, we would respond.
And you would
call and say there's loud birds in this tree, and we would show up.
And you would force somebody to show their ID.
100%.
To show ownership of a car.
I would force somebody to show me their ID if they are the subject of a call for service and they're being detained. You, sir,
so I am being detained.
100%.
That's all I wanted you to let it be known, that I am being detained.
100%.
I just told you.
You could have read the registration out of the glove box an hour ago, and I wouldn't know that you were actually that person without seeing a photo ID. But right now,
I don't have a photo. That's what I'm saying. You want a photo ID?
I'm just asking for your word as to what your name is, and you won't even give me that.
Well, I gave you my word that I am the registered. I told her I am the owner of this car. That was my word.
I'm done extending this.
So like now I'm going beyond that. I don't have identification on me to just.
You know your name though, correct?
But that's your name. That's going off my word. So now I don't even want to. I don't even really want to go into the conversation. So now since I'm being detained, I'm
148 of the Penal Code.
I'm asking for permission. I'm asking for permission. Do I have permission, since you're detaining me, to go inside my bag to get ID? Since you're telling me you're actually about to arrest me,
you don't have ID
on me, to just show it to you without going inside my bag.
Is there anything dangerous in your bag?
See, exactly. So that's why I'm.
That's why I'm asking.
No.
Well, then go ahead.
Okay. You know what I mean? I got a little situation going on.
Would you like me to hold that?
No, I don't need. No, I'm good on all that.
The owner is shocked at what he is experiencing, but Charles doesn't even acknowledge it. He is still fixated on trying to blame everything on the car owner.
If you're able to do that, then we can move on with our lives.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to move on with my lives too,
Not really.
bro.
You've been just.
I'm being harassed. Like, you feel me?
This could have been done the moment you walked up and said, "Hey, my name is XYZ," and they would have said, "Cool, that's who's registered the owner," and they'd be out of here. But yet you have decided that you want to continue this.
Why come it can be like, oh, no, hey, I am the owner of this vehicle. This is my car. I just walked over there to get something to eat, and I walked back to my car. Oh, this is your car? Oh, okay, cool. Not a, you know what I'm saying? Do you have some proof?
Believe it or not, people lie to the police. And since I've never met you,
like people lie to the police.
Believe it or not,
that's a motherfucking epiphany right there. People lie to the police.
We're dropping knowledge today, right?
Yeah, even.
You want to continue going back and forth?
Oh, here's my ID. You feel me?
The registered owner of this is you. I can see that is your name, and we're done. Okay? I'm going to give you my name because I told you I would. Okay? Do you have any questions of why we were here or anything about it?
I have a whole lot of questions, man. Like I said, I feel like I've been harassed.
I would like to answer those questions with you. I'm going to let these officers get out of here, and I'm going to jot this stuff down for you, okay? This all could have been done and wrapped up. It's been moments.
How you see it?
I do.
I might just do a little test myself and just call 911 to be like, there's some people around a suspicious car, or they're being suspicious around, just to see if
or whatever. I would highly recommend it. But I don't.
What was criminal? I was just eating a wrap is criminal.
Listen to what I'm saying. I don't suggest you call 911.
Or is it being black while eating the wrap around the bins is criminal?
Sir.
Let's be 100. But I can't be 100 because y'all not 100. You know what I mean?
I'm not talking to the caller right now. I'm talking to you and trying to get you on your way as soon as you can.
And it was that simple. All that fuss for nothing. But the officer just couldn't resist being racist. Absolutely disgraceful. The car owner ensures that he has all the information so that he doesn't miss penalizing them.
Hey, Jabali, you don't have a card on you? You don't? You're not allowed to give cards out? Or you just don't have any right now? Oh, okay. Are you a fairly new officer? How long have you been on the force? That's dope. So you're not that new.
Questions?
I do, man. You mentioned the PC code or penal code.
148.
Penal code 148.
Uh-huh.
If I'll just look into it myself.
That's fine.
Penal code 148 though.
Yeah, it's delaying, resisting, obstructing an officer.
Thank you.
Like the time of call on this was 9:20 and it's almost 10:40 at this point. Okay. Now I don't know what time they got here. I don't know what time you guys started talking, but it's almost 10:40. So that's why I'm saying they have other calls to get to. I'm going to get them out. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them, but I want to get them available for the rest of the city at this point. Okay?
No additional details are available on whether the car owner took any action against the officers or not. But in either case, he has successfully exposed the blatant racism infesting the whole law enforcement system. Watching a guy getting detailed for eating food around his car is ridiculous, but wait until you see what happens when two racist cops wrongfully stop a 60-year-old black man.
I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, turn around. Hand back here. Oh, well, I'm just gonna make sure. All right.
On January 29th, 2021, two Westchester police officers violated department policy when they stopped and questioned a 60-year-old black man named Lindsay while searching for a shoplifting suspect described as a white man in his 30s at a Meijer store.
Call 11. Is that aisle 10 or checkout 10?
Now in aisle 14, 140.
Check lane 14. I'm going to go from this side. Okay. I say, can I get an exact location? Where's aisle 10? Are we talking check lanes or is it aisle 9? Letting them know if they go on this shit. LP following stuff.
Affirmative. Now heading towards general merchandise aisle near the dog food.
As the officers roam around the store looking for the thief, all they have in their minds is an image of a black man. The racist cops have no shame in the way they practice their racism.
How you doing, man? Take hands out of your pockets for me. How you doing?
I'm doing well until I got stopped. What's up?
Yeah, LP called and said that you were concealing some items inside your jacket.
Who do I sue?
Huh?
Who do I sue when you don't find shit? Hey, come get this on film.
Well, that's
Who do I sue?
You know, we're just trying to figure it out. Like I said, we got a call that LP is following somebody. Okay, just say you got a brown jacket on. Okay, jacket on me.
I walked in here 5 minutes after you guys walked in. I saw you walk in. So how could they see me stealing some shit?
I have no idea.
Get this on film, please.
Okay.
What did they say? A black man did it?
No, sir.
Well, what did they say? Because I walked in here after you guys.
Listen.
This isn't tan. What am I listening to? What am I listening to? This isn't tan. This is orange as It's not okay.
Sir.
It's not okay. This is as orange as Hell yeah, I got items in my jacket. The items that I walked in here with behind you guys.
Well, that's not what we were told.
I don't give a you've been told. Hold on, man. I'm getting this one too. Exactly. No, you won't. I'm getting the here when I get what I need to get. It's not okay.
Well, again, we're just going by what.
No, you got the wrong admit it. Admit it. Admit it. I'm listening.
My name is Officer Manning.
I'm listening.
I'll give you my business card. Okay, go ahead and go. I'll give you my business card. Go there. Okay?
The is me.
That's my name. If you want to call and complain, you can. That's fine. No problem at all.
It's a problem. It's a problem. No, you don't. You don't understand it until you get the skin color I got. Look at
Well, that's why I was like, I mean, he's got this tan coat on, that's what we're saying.
Kudos to Lindsay for speaking up against these corrupt cops. It's a rare sight to see people shutting the officers down entirely. Just look at the shame on the officers' faces. But they keep on trying till they find the actual guy.
11, what's he saying? I think he said Adam.
What's going on, boss? Come here.
I am.
Get your hands down. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay, all right.
Your hand back here. Oh, well, I'm just going to make sure. All right? How much stuff you got? You got a what?
I'll follow him. I got it. Wasn't on the office?
We'll just take him to the office and we'll figure everything out. Hands up!
Just look at the difference between the actual guy and the one they harassed. That was clearly not a mistake, and the black man is not going to let the racist pigs get away so easily. He comes back and gives the cops a verbal beating once again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't happen unless I have a tan jacket on and an orange hat. Neither of which happened.
We were just going by what we were told. That was it. The information that we were given, the description changed to what you were wearing. And that was it. But we got the guys. Again, I apologize. My name is Tim. I'm very sorry, sir, for the inconvenience.
Are you still shopping?
I don't know. Why you ask me that question?
Well, because I'm trying to make it move faster.
And you have my information, sir. If you wish to contact the department and speak to my supervisor.
Are you the manager?
At the moment.
Who was the one that was doing this reporting?
Our asset protection.
Didn't he say a white man or a black man? That's the first description that comes up. Because that's the easiest thing to be determined.
Yeah, so they were given a clothing description.
That I don't know.
He didn't have black pants on.
Right.
Damn!
Yes, sir.
You know how stupid you guys look.
I understand. You're upset.
A 60-year-old black man works every damn day in my life. Got a college degree and a master's degree. And walked in after they did. And I told them that.
I would be upset too.
Just so you know, the suspect did have a cutting instrument that he was using to
cut items in retail. That's why I actually take hands.
And that's normal procedure. They do that with everybody.
I get that. Right. Yeah. But I don't look anything like you don't have anything. Whoever your asset protection guy was that reported this, you need to fire him.
Yeah, I don't know that information, and I will ask what description did he or she. Yeah, she does.
So I get embarrassed in the public over being pulled over, essentially.
Lindsay filed a complaint with the Westchester Police Department. The internal investigation report of the incident says Lindsay alleges the officers profiled him and stopped him because of the color of his skin. Mr. Lindsay felt humiliated and embarrassed by the encounter, the report says. 1 year later, Lindsay filed a lawsuit against Meyer, the Westchester Police Department, and officers Tim Minkenbaugh and Tanner Casendas, the two who stopped and interviewed him in the store. "We made mistakes in this situation," said Joel Herzog, Westchester Chief of Police. "We're not infallible. This case is a perfect example of officers having no fear of being blatantly racist." The next officer took it even further when he tried to force a confession out of a black man.
Do you feel okay?
I'm okay. I'm humiliated.
Look, there's no reason to be humiliated.
On January 30th, 2022, a police officer from the New Zealand Police Department was called on site to investigate a DoorDash driver named Mitchell without solid reasons.
Hey man, stick your hands out the window. Are you by yourself?
I'm by myself.
Alright. Do you know why I'm stopping you?
No.
I've been chasing you all the way back there. You're doing 120 when you pass State Street.
I didn't realize it.
Alright. Is the car in park?
Yes, it's
Alright, go ahead and step out for me, please. Alright, just go ahead and put your hands on top of the car there for me. I'm just going to pat you down. You don't have any weapons on you? Okay. Alright, go ahead and spread your feet out for me, bud. Alright, I'm Officer Borg. I'm with the Zealand Police Department. Just gonna set you out right here, okay? Anything in the car you're not supposed to have?
Nope.
Man, why are you going so fast?
Oh no, I didn't even realize it. I was trying to get to my customer. I'm door dashing right now.
Right, is this your driver's license in here?
It's in my wallet.
Okay, what's in this pocket here?
I don't. You can go in there. I don't know.
Alright, is that if I take it out?
Yes, fine.
Nothing sharp that's gonna poke me?
I don't know.
What's that?
No, it shouldn't.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, DoorDash card.
Need everybody else slow down. Thank you. Keep your feet spread, but just take one step back. Alright, spread them back out for me. Alright, turn around and face me. Alright, I'm just gonna look inside here, okay?
Okay.
You got your phone going in there?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Just some group of friends I'm door dashing with.
You're dashing, alright. You using an inhaler for something? You know why all these other officers are standing here?
Why?
He's getting stopped back there.
Oh, I didn't even see lights behind me.
What do you use Visine for?
I wake up I go to work at 4:30 in the morning and my eyes are red as hell sometimes.
Okay.
The cop is way more suspicious than he has to be. Despite appearing too innocent, the police officer is clearly biased against the black man instead of being a good cop and just letting him be. It gets worse. Just look at all the things that the officer makes him do.
Alcohol today? Either?
Hello?
I don't do none of that.
Okay. Alright, let's walk over towards the front of my truck here real quick.
Okay.
Alright, just stand right by the front there. I'm just going to turn these lights down. You can stand with your hands down. You're okay. Alright, go ahead and turn around and face me just for a second. I just want to look at your eyes real quick. Just feet together, hands down by your sides, look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. You're not using it at all?
No.
Why are your pupils so pinpoint?
I'm nervous. I got pulled over.
Well, that doesn't change your pupils. I mean, they're like super, super small. You see those officers are?
I'm not on anything. I'll take a test or whatever.
Okay. You don't take any prescription medication for anything? You're a pretty healthy guy?
I'm healthy.
Okay. Are you a diabetic or have any medical problems?
Not that I know of.
Okay. You're not a diabetic though?
No.
Okay. All right. Because the only thing that makes your pupils pinpoint like that are narcotics.
Okay, well.
Okay, like a narcotic analgesic will do that. You're not using any on your anything?
No. I'm literally door dashing. I've been door dashing since.
Well, all right, can you see the tip of my finger okay?
Mm-hmm.
Wherever it goes, just follow with your eyes. Don't move your head. You understand? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Don't move your head, just follow with your eyes. Don't move your head, just follow with your eyes.
Okay. Move my head.
All right, we'll start over. Can you see it okay?
Yep.
All right, because you're having a really hard time tracking it, okay?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
All right, nothing to do. That doesn't change your eyes at all, okay? All right, here we go. Your eyes are jumping all over the place. Why is that?
Could we take a test or something? I don't have nothing to hide.
Is there anything in your car you're not supposed to have?
Search my car. I'm nervous. Like I'm in Zeeland, Michigan. I'm a black man. I'm scared as hell right now.
That shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. You live in Holland, don't you? So you come through Zeeland all the time, probably.
Probably not no more.
You got 3 officers standing here. We're all wearing cameras. There's nothing to be nervous about.
Well, I mean, test me. I'm not on anything.
Okay. All right. So the next test we're going to do, same thing, feet together. Go ahead and put your feet together there. What's your first name again?
Torian.
One more time.
Torian.
Tornell?
Torian.
Torian.
Yep.
Okay. Am I saying that right? Torian?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So same thing, feet together, hands down by your sides. What you're going to do is you're going to tilt your head back. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to say your alphabet E through P. So you're going to start at E as in Edward and you're going to stop at P as in Paul. Okay? Okay, so head back, eyes closed, E through P.
E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Okay, thank you. What's the highest level of education that you have?
High school.
Okay. Did you grow up around here somewhere?
Saginaw.
In Saginaw? Okay. All right. So what you're going to do now is you don't tilt your head back or anything, okay? Just stand like you are right now. You're going to start at number 68. You're going to count backwards by 1 and stop at 53. So all you're doing is simply counting down from 68 to 53. Do you understand?
No, tilt my head back.
No, you don't tilt your head back. Just 68 down to 53.
68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58.
The officer has already decided that the poor man is under some sort of influence. Just wait until you see him realize what's actually going on.
One more eye test, okay? All right. So this time my finger, you're going to watch tip my finger.
Okay.
It's going to make a series of circles around your face. My finger is going to come right towards the edge of your nose, but I promise you it's going to look like I'm going to touch you, but I'm not going to touch you. Okay? So just follow the tip of my finger, all right? All right, here we go. Can you see it okay?
Yep.
Okay, it's going to come towards your nose now. One more time. Okay. I know that one seems weird, doesn't it? Okay.
So I'm going to tip my head back, and when I feel 30 seconds has passed, after you tell me to start,
Yep.
I'll let you know I'm done.
Yep, and you're going to stand just like that. Feet together, hands down by your sides.
Okay.
Head back, eyes closed. And when you feel 30 seconds has passed, you open your eyes and say that you're done. Okay, you ready? Stand by. All right, go ahead and begin. Done? How much time do you think that was?
It's coming fast in my head. It's almost a second.
Do you think that was 30 seconds? How did you get there? How did you realize that you thought it was 30 seconds? How did you?
In my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. All right, because that was 12 seconds.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right, stay like that while I show you how to do this, all right? What you're going to do when I tell you to is you're going to walk 9 heel-to-toe steps just like you're standing right now. Your hands are going to be down by your sides. You're going to look down at your feet, and you're going to count each step out loud. When you start the test, don't stop until it's done. You understand? So you're going to walk 9 heel-to-toe steps forward, just like you're standing. You're going to turn away. I'm going to show you a turn. 9 heel-to-toe steps back. Okay? Do you understand so far?
I'm going to feel this one, but okay.
Okay. All right. Stay like that while I show you how to do this. So I'll show you an abbreviated version of what this looks like, okay? That will be your number 9, okay? So when your front foot gets to the number 9, it's just a series of small steps around and then 9 back. Do you understand the directions?
Okay.
Okay, when you're ready, sir, go ahead.
You said head down, right?
What's that?
Head down.
Look down at your feet. Count each step out loud. Hands down by your sides.
1. Oh, shit. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's try it again. All right, go ahead and start back in your right foot in front of your left. I told you I was showing you an abbreviated version of what this looks like. Okay, I did 3 steps. You have to do 9 down, turn away. I showed you how to turn 9 back.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you was counting as 3 steps, like, because you said 1.
Yep, I was just showing you an abbreviated version, okay? All right, so go ahead and put your right foot in front of your left.
Test after test after test, the officer has shamelessly taken advantage of his power and tried to seem more important than he actually is.
All right, you go ahead and turn. You go ahead and turn around.
Something. I'm doing all these tests. Like, no one have an upset customer.
No, you're good. You're good. All right, just go ahead and look straight ahead. Okay. Do you feel okay?
I'm okay. I'm humiliated.
Look, there's no reason to be humiliated. You understand why I stopped you, though, right?
I understand it.
If you're doing 120 miles an hour, then you don't pull over the police, you're obviously going to get...
I didn't realize
That's why we're saying you're talking, right?
I didn't realize it, and I didn't see you, and I own up to that.
Okay.
I see you.
Yeah,
I have to take a piss really bad.
It's okay. The cold's not helping.
Yeah,
but
it's not helping.
Well, yeah, I had you on radar at 117 and then 120 when you actually passed me.
Yeah, I didn't realize it.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right. And I appreciate you standing out here doing these tests. I know it's cold, okay, but do you understand why we're doing them?
I understand.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, do you have a business card too?
Yes, you bet.
I know I'm wrong, but...
No, you bet. I'll give you one.
I have a whole family of law, and I mean,
A whole family of what?
I have a whole family of law, so I know...
Oh, okay.
So can you give me all of your badge numbers?
You bet. Yep, you'll get a... Yeah, I'll get you a card from everybody.
You're a narcotics... You said you're a narcotics detection?
Yep, drug trained. Yep.
So just all badge numbers and
You bet.
names, all right?
You bet.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. He wants, do you have a business card? He wants everybody's card. Are you calling me? Yeah. Yeah, just give me 1 second. I appreciate you stopping.
Yep.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
That's my boyfriend that you just pulled over.
Okay.
I can honestly tell you didn't catch him clocking going 117.
Okay.
I'm recording this, by the way.
That's fine. I am too.
Okay, that's fine. I can honestly tell you that he wasn't going 117 because he's very scared of driving.
Okay.
So I know for a fact he wasn't going that fast.
Okay. And he'll have the...
If you could prove
Yep,
that...
he'll have the right... He can go to court and appeal, and I'll go over all that with him. But
The African-American guy is furious, but he still decides to keep his anger hidden till the very last moment, and then he wastes no time in gathering the data he needs. What a smart guy. And shame on the cop to call himself a proper officer.
My name and my badge number is right here.
Okay.
So let me give you that.
So
all right. I still got to go back and talk to your buddy over there and give him... He wanted my card too.
So my question for you is... so this dash cam footage, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I mean, I didn't realize I was going that fast, if I was going that fast, but, so do we have this recorded on a dash cam with a tip time radar and all of that?
The what is on the dash cam?
So do we have footage of me going that and with a clock, something that's, I mean, can we prove this in court?
It won't show on the radar because the camera comes out the front window. But it'll show you smoking past the other cars and me trying to catch up to you.
Oh, so we can see this.
Yes, you'd be able to see that part on the dash cam for sure, and then anything that we have recorded right now.
Okay.
Okay. Let me get this going so we can get you out of here. Okay. I'm Officer Boyer, like I was saying, and then my badge number's on there and all of our contact information.
Okay.
So let me get his paperwork going so we can get you guys out of here. Okay.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Finally, watch as a brutal tyrant tases an innocent deaf man to the ground and soon regrets it. On May 26, 2019, in San Marcos, Texas, officers responded to a distress call about a man who was later identified as John Kelly, a deaf man. He was found on the sidewalk of a road following a 911 call from a neighbor who mistook John's argument with his wife as a domestic disturbance.
Put your hands behind your back, sir.
Officers arrived on the scene and, without taking any of the facts of the situation into account, pulled their tasers out and fired at will. By this point, they had already written John off as some sort of threat, but John was trying his best to tell them he's deaf.
Stand up. Stand up. Roll over. Grab his hand. Just get on your stomach. Turn around. Just have him stand up. I think he's cooperative. Let me see your hands. 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 Let me see your hands. I think he's gonna fall. Let's just get him up. Come here. Hey.
John is trying his hardest to get the cops to produce some sort of writing pad so that they can properly communicate. But what John doesn't know is how unprofessional and untrained these officers really are. Instead of trying to figure out and genuinely solve the issue, these mindless pigs just start to shout louder. The officer lets John sit again as he tries his hardest to sign that he cannot speak and that all he wanted was a small notepad. Something that this untrained cop finally understood after John signed it a dozen times.
He saw us when we showed up, right? He kept walking.
They tried to continue communicating with the paper, but John finds his phone and offers it as a better alternative. He tries to make them aware that he still needs his glasses to do anything, something else they couldn't comprehend. If that wasn't bad enough, these pigs were unable to give John a helping hand in finding his glasses. On top of that, the taser probe is still stuck in his skin, causing discomfort to John, something else these donut munchers didn't care about. John explains to the officer that he had argued with his wife, after which he was walking by the road to cool off when suddenly the police arrived and tased him.
He saw us all pull up and walk towards him, and he just kept walking with his hand. What the?
Realizing that he wouldn't get any help from the cops, John started to remove the taser probes himself, and as we could see in the video, he was still panting from the pain. Somehow, these heartless cops even justified tasing John, since he had simply walked away despite being called. Keep in mind, guys, he's deaf.
White 2015 Chevy Terry, also John Kelly and Mary Kelly, out of Austin, Texas, 229. Go ahead. Call for theft, probably.
I believe they're checking with county as well, which I'm not holding my breath.
Next 5, go ahead.
She was trying to get him back in the car, and so that's what they were doing. She does not want to give her name.
John continued to explain himself, shocked both literally and figuratively about why this happened to him, as he had not committed any crime or done anything that could lead to this.
I don't even know where our complainant is right now.
I'll call a complainant.
Hold on. So we'll try to get him to stop, and we'll stop, just grab him and just like, he's deaf.
Yeah.
He's deaf.
It sounds like it was the same thing they were basically trying to do as well. Is he telling you anything?
I don't know why he got tased.
Okay.
I'm trying to do something like this.
Number 3, case number 32.
I know very, very little, so I'm not much. I haven't used it in years.
Yeah, like I said, same thing. They're denying anything physical. They were just trying to get him back in the car, and they're not being very cooperative either. So.
Is he still hooked up to the taser? Because he wasn't cooperative.
Thank God, the mindless cops all finally agree on the fact that John is deaf, something that all of them weren't able to get through their heads, despite the confrontation having lasted this long already. Frankly, it seemed that the needless questioning was aimed at finding something that John did wrong, so that they could justify why they tased an innocent deaf man. The cops asked John to get up, which he did, but he was agitated, as the cops, despite being entirely wrong, acted as if they were on the right side of the law.
Trying to. Yeah. I know alphabet, so it's
John tried to leave, but now the cops care about him and want him to get checked. After some back and forth, he agreed to let them check him out. They should have thought about this before firing 4 tasers at him.
Sergeant is cleared and clear on jail negative 1.
Tased, so there should be minimum 4 pros.
Okay, one's on the hood.
Did you tase
321, go ahead.
I have to get it.
John asked the EMTs to check him on the sidewalk, as he no longer trusted the cops or any other agency after what the cops had just done to him for apparently no reason.
Proceed level 5, showing you out with 321.
You got it. You got it.
And there's 1, 2, that's 2.
It should be all of them.
There's one on the hood of the truck.
Yeah, we found one in front earlier. If there's any left, it may be on his shorts.
It's okay.
The cops gathered around John and the other EMTs with their flashlights, desperately trying to be of some assistance. But they should have thought about being helpful like this before pumping John with half a dozen taser probes. John Kelly ended up filing a federal lawsuit against the San Marcos Police Department after the tasing incident. If the last case didn't expose the level of police brutality and carelessness, then this next case is the height of those things exactly. What the cops managed to do in this next video is astounding.
Do you have any comment on the actions of Sergeant Brian Fahey? You don't have any comment, sir? You're looking at him right there.
On June 2nd, 2024, Sean Paul Reyes, a famous YouTuber with the name Long Island Audit, had the brilliant idea to rent out an LED billboard truck to expose the corrupt and evil Sergeant Brian Fahey of the Connecticut State Police.
So we're gonna hang out here, peacefully protest on public property, and hopefully we don't have any issues here, but we just want to expose Sergeant Brian Fahey to the world. So we have Fire Sergeant Brian Fahey. It has an LED screen on the back, both sides, and in the front. So if you see the other side here, we could just take a look at the video of him assaulting me right where we're standing. And we're here to expose him. The internal affairs cover up everything. Look at this ruthless animal. He said he grabbed my shirt to prevent me from falling backward, that he thought my camera was a firearm. Look at this animal. He's an animal. And then when he got cleared, he did it again. Catches him grabbing my cell phone in his left hand there. Sergeant Brian Fahey assaulted a journalist on 2 separate occasions, and Internal Affairs covered it up.
Mr. Reyes, good afternoon, how are you?
Hi, how are you? What's your name and badge number, sir?
Sergeant Thomas Corman, badge number 101.
Okay.
Film out here all day long, don't care about that. Truck can't park there, though.
Why?
If you put it in a parking spot,
Why
it's
is
a fire lane.
Why is that?
It's a fire lane?
It's not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane, sir.
Last time I was here, Sergeant, I just want to say one thing. Last time I was here, Sergeant, you had a taco truck parked right here for the entire lunch.
You haven't seen it in a while, okay?
But there's a taco truck that parks right here.
There hasn't been in quite some time.
So you agree that this is not a fire lane because there's nothing marking it.
This is a fire lane.
But there's nothing marking it as a fire lane.
The cops made their first attempt at trying to get Sean to remove his incriminating billboard truck, coming up with the absurd reason that it was some sort of unmarked fire lane.
Can you call somebody down from legal? Okay, this is not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane.
It is not a fire lane. It is not a fire lane.
Although Sean's methods may be different and out of the norm, he still makes a strong impression on everyone in that department and anyone passing by, thus exposing Fahey's reign of tyranny.
We asked you to move the truck once. We're asking you a second time. It is a security risk. The truck needs to be moved.
I thought it was a fire lane.
That is yet to be determined, but I've just been told that.
But you were so confident before.
And I am.
You were confident it's a fire lane.
Hey, fire marshal's on the way. That's his discretion.
So you're switching from, how is it a security risk?
Mr. Reyes.
No, I'm asking you questions. This is my First Amendment right. Okay, we have a right in this country to protest our government.
You're
what is the security risk about a billboard truck?
A billboard truck being parked unattended in front of a building.
It's not unattended.
It is unattended.
I'm right here.
There's no driver in it. So, as I said.
There's no driver in it, really?
Correct. Yes, there's no operator in the vehicle, so it's parked.
So if he sits in the vehicle, it's fine. It's not a security risk anymore. It's ridiculous.
As long as it's here for a brief time frame for delivery, that's fine. Anyways, Mr. Reyes, as I've explained, the truck needs to be removed because of the security risk. You can park it in the lot in any one of the spots you want. Don't care. That's fine. It cannot remain where it is, or the vehicle will be towed. And I'm letting you know that now.
Violating our First Amendment right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reyes. Have a great afternoon.
You're from legal, right?
Yeah, Mr. Reyes, hi, how are you?
Yes, we met before. Yes, we did met before. Okay. You're from legal. I'm trying to understand, what about on public property? I'm not blocking anything. This is not a no parking zone. He went from saying it was a fire zone to now it's a security risk. It's kind of ridiculous. This is my First Amendment right to protest. Can I speak to somebody above a sergeant and they can explain to me what the security risk is? It's kind of unfair that I'm not even being explained what the security risk is, other than it's a box truck parked in front, illegally parked in front of the Connecticut State. Can I at least know the security risk? What is the security risk? You saw him come out here. I tried to have a discussion with him like I'm talking to you, sir, and he won't have any discussion with me. He's like, it's a security risk. Move it or else. I'm gonna tow your vehicle. What is the security risk? What is the reasonableness of preventing speech? Because you know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to follow up. You tow my vehicle and you arrest me or whatever you're gonna do, I'm going to follow up and it's gonna be in a court's hands.
The cops came back out having completely changed their words, from fire lane to a huge security risk. Seemed like nobody could come up with a good enough excuse to legally tow the truck.
This whole entire video, uncut, and they will see I never was a threat. This is not in a fire lane, as he lied and said when he first came out here and then came out with the security threat. It's going to seem like, to a court, at least in my opinion, my non-legal opinion, seem like, well, you said it was a fire lane and now you're just making up an excuse as a security threat. That's what I would argue. You're making a security threat issue when you know who it is. You know I'm not a threat to the Connecticut State Police in any way. You all are threats to me. You all are threats to me, and the video proves it. That is a Connecticut State Police officer assaulting me.
It seemed that all the Connecticut State Police wanted to do was wipe their hands clean of Sean and just cover their eyes and act blind to the facts. The lengths they go to protect one of their own.
I don't think we are going to disclose what we believe the security risks are when we are being filmed and recorded. I think you would understand why we would want to not broadcast security risks to the public, as well as I'm sure
that's ridiculous.
An international audience. So that would be just a media concern that I would have. But
so where are you
if
saying?
You have any
what happens?
About policies
okay.
Or procedures, you're more than welcome to file a FOIA request. If you would like to follow up on your internal affairs request, you have the information to follow up on that.
Right. So I'm just going to ask you one last question. Thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate it.
Plenty of people can see it. Plenty of people will see it. All the people who come
So can you? So if it's a security risk here, okay. Listen, if it's a security risk here, where is there not a security risk? Is that fair?
Parking space.
Is that fair? So I'm going to park it right in front, right on the public street, right here. Is that still a security risk to you?
I would have to.
Are you guys still scared of my box truck? Are you guys still scared of a billboard truck?
You're not letting me answer the question.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to explain. I would have to defer to the operations and the security. I cannot answer that as an attorney.
Well, before I move it, can I know? Is that fair?
Now, simply asking the question if the current position of his truck is a risk, then where should he even park? But the legal advisor proved to be useless even with this.
They're gonna tow my property and arrest me if I go across the street? Because if I move there and then I just want clarification. Before I move it, can I get clarification from a law enforcement officer on where exactly they feel safe with my billboard truck? Is that okay?
I'll discuss it, but again, I'm going to defer to the operational needs.
Right, but I'm just saying you could defer to them on where.
I can't tell you.
I think that's a reasonable request. No, I'm not saying you are going to tell me. Obviously, you're just saying security reasons, right? But I don't know if it's a security threat right in front, 10 feet away. I don't know if it's a security threat. It's not a security threat here, but according to you, in your mind,
and I'll bring the request in, and at this point, you have been asked to move the truck, and I think we're all set.
Ridiculous.
While the legal guy tried to figure out where the scared officers inside would feel safe with Sean's truck, Sean takes no risk.
I'm moving the truck.
Across the street, that's fine.
Moving the truck.
The road, just make sure you don't get in traffic.
I can't hear you.
Can you tell Faye to keep his hands to himself, please?
I talked to legal and I'm moving the truck to the street.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's just don't get in the way of traffic, that's all.
Right, well, there's sides of the
I
road.
got you, and that's perfectly acceptable. That's fine.
Right. So can you explain to me, Officer Sergeant, what is the security threat? I'm going to move it.
It's a security threat to be in front of the building like this. We haven't.
But you have taco trucks that go inside of the building.
So those get pretty clear, okay? But I'm not going to get into that right now with you, okay? It's a security threat. The vehicle needs moved. You're putting the road.
And I just want to one thing, clarify one last thing, because I told you I'm going to move it under threat.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
If I don't move it, you will tow it.
That is correct.
You will tow it. Okay, that's all I needed is damages towards. You said that if I don't move it, you're going to tow it. That's all I need.
That is correct.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I wouldn't be arrested or anything. Would you arrest me?
Before Sean moved the truck, though, the attending officer had one more warning for Sean. Sean capitalizes on the moment and gathered hard evidence for his lawsuit later.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's fair at all, sir.
Okay, well, I can appreciate your opinion on
This
that.
is free speech. This is free speech. This is the United States of America, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes.
You're a disgrace to that badge, sir. You're supposed to uphold the United States Constitution and our constitutional rights, and you're upholding Sergeant Brian Fahey's rights. You're upholding some fictional security threat that doesn't exist. Shame on you, cowards.
After the injustice the department enacted on him, Sean still didn't give up and tried to spread the word about the injustice elsewhere entirely so that the department couldn't complain.
We parked very close to the building, but in the back of the building, and it's obviously almost just as close as we were before, but all of a sudden, we're not a security threat anymore? This isn't a security threat? What's the security threat? They could have brought dogs, they could have asked to search the vehicle. I would have, of course, denied that because it's my Fourth Amendment right not to consent to any unreasonable searches or seizures, but there was no investigation work done here, ladies and gentlemen. This is tyranny. This is anti-transparency, anti-accountability, and I expect nothing less from the corrupted state police. The employee entrance and exit. We decided to park the billboard truck, so as they're coming out, it is about 4 o'clock.
Sean, with a genius idea, decided to reposition his billboard truck elsewhere, this time deciding on the parking lot spot, right in front of the employee entrance. But then, out of nowhere, he spotted the Connecticut State Police Commissioner, Ronald Higgins.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you have any comment on the actions of Sergeant Brian Fahey? You don't have any comment, sir? You're looking at him right there. You're part of the command staff. As saying he wants to change the culture of policing in the Connecticut. Change the culture, Ronald, really. You wouldn't even take my questions. You wouldn't talk to me. You said, have a nice day, and drove off in your $100,000 taxpayer-funded SUV you take home. And you haven't done anything to rectify the unhinged Sergeant Brian Fahey. Shame on you, Ronald. You gotta do better. You gotta be better for we the people, as a public servant, as a leader of the Connecticut State Police Department. Not ignore journalist questions, not ignore egregious criminal unhinged behavior.
He made some truly fascinating and deep points about everything wrong with policing and exposed the commonplace issues that societies all over America are suffering from. In that regard, Sean's work is just as important as ever before, as he forced these tyrants to be more accountable and more aware of the rights that a citizen holds over them. He truly showed them what it means to be a red-blooded American. And that's all for today. Should states pay for the police such high salaries for such corrupt performance? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. This is Detective Mystery, signing off.